How's it going, YouTube? It is I, Mr. Mister, and I'm here with my co-host, the son of Mr. 305,
Dale.
Mr. Worldwide,
Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Reporting Live,
Dale.
Dale himself,
Dale.
Pitbull.
We here, YouTube. Where you at, dog? Oh my god.
Dale.
Wow.
Dale.
Dale. It's around the world. I still don't have a father.
He's out reporting live, bro. Don't worry about it. Don't even trip, bro.
Where's my fucking Christmas gift at, dog?
He'll bring it to you, bro. Bro. If you're a toured worldwide, you will.
Mr. Worldwide.
It takes a minute. But
It'll take a minute to drop a text.
Dale.
bro, Dale. That's all I gotta say. Well, anyway, we're here to talk about two things. Project L and how it could possibly save the fighting game genre itself, and our top predictions for, I guess, what we're gonna talk about for the Game Awards. If you don't really care about we know the Game of the Year is going to either God of War, Ragnarok, or Elden Ring. That's not really up for debate. It's probably gonna be Elden Ring, but if God of War wins it, that's cool too. But we're here to talk about those two things: Project L and how it's the next coming of a fighting game Jesus, and what reveals they're gonna bring at the Game Awards.
Hopefully it's Game Awards, because fucking I feel like that the fucking video that they showed was like, yeah, dog, we ain't doing shit. Like,
Nah, Game Awards is pretty much just E3.
It is, but like I felt like it's weird how they dropped the video right before it though. I would have thought that whole dev diary thing would have been at Game Awards.
Yeah, you would think, but Riot never does that. Riot never participates at other events. They always do their own. They always do their own thing. It's never like, oh hey, Riot's showing off. Hey, they're basically like Nintendo, but no one really hates them as much, because Nintendo does the same thing. Like they'll do their own event, not at E3. They'll have like their their treehouse events or whatever the hell they're called. But
there do other things besides just League.
Right. But with Project L, I guess, for what you've seen, Jordan, because I don't know how many of the dev things you've seen and all like the mechanics and stuff that they've showed off so far.
So I saw the tag shit when they finally unveiled, like, yeah, it's 2v2, which is dope as hell, because they're just doing fucking Marvel at that point. Like, especially what Ari was doing, she was just doing storm combos. Now it's to the degree where, like, if we put a projectile on the screen, your tag partner can, like modify that projectile. Like, where Jinx threw a trap, then Echo ran up behind it and just kept jabbing the trap so it hits Darius.
Yeah, right. It's kind of like it's like multiverses. I mentioned that in my video, which is supposed to drop probably like later tonight if I can get the bugs and shit worked out on it. But yeah, it's basically like an interactive, like I don't think that's ever been in a fighting game where it's like you interact with ally projectiles. Where it's like, oh yeah, I throw out like a little trap, and then Echo comes in and starts playing hopscotch with it and hits Darius with it. That's actually pretty cool. Like, because
like if it's like that, then like you getting opened up is gonna be a lot easier if it's just like that. Like, yeah, now I can give you projectiles on top of your getting hit by overhead, or like how they pause the tag mechanic, where they will purposely pause so as if you're like, okay, there's no tag partner, like a secondary character out there, they're not doing anything, and then as you move in, then you can tag into that partner that you thought that wasn't a thing, and they can open you up. Because that happens in Power Rangers a lot. Like, you could just purposely throw out your tag partner so your other opponent thinks that you're not doing anything. Until, oh hey, you moved? I just tagged in to fucking Red Ranger and now I'm beating you up because you just moved.
They pretty much just hit you with like a pump fake, basically. It's like, oh yeah, am I gonna go into the character, or am I gonna stay on this character and keep beating the hell out of you? Yeah. Like, you never know.
The dirtiness, like the dirt, like just all the dirtiness, especially like if they have a grappler, bro. Oh my god, that grappler, like, do you just need a rush down character, then a grappler, then you're good. You're gonna keep him hit. I'm gonna keep you in hit stun. Then, oh hey, you stop getting hit. Grab.
I feel like,
oh my god,
they definitely have to do a lot of balancing around grapplers, just because of like a DNF duel. Like, it's either gonna be incredibly broken in the robbery, or it's gonna be like useless. Like, where like everybody beats the grappler. That's not the case at DNF duel. I think grapplers definitely you either hard winning or you're having you're hard losing. Yeah. Which I feel like that's kind of how it should be, but it's like you shouldn't like just there should still be some kind of way to get around it, and I think that's what Project L is doing. Or like they're giving you like a strategy. That's why it's not. It doesn't seem like it's like super flashy where like everything's like really big. Because that's why they said the whole thing where it's like, you know, it's easy to learn, hard to master. Because like, oh yeah, if everybody can do easy moves, now it's just figuring out how to bypass your enemy's bullshit and how to like work around it to start doing your bullshit basically. So I just figured with shit like that, it'd be pretty, you know, good for the fighting game community to have something like that.
On top of that, they're not doing it how Dragon Ball is, where you don't have really like you just have to sit there and take the block. Like you have to like just take the whole block of like a whole string. At least in DNF, do I have different ways of leaving? Not really leaving like me taking like hit like there's no push block. They haven't even shown a push block. All they showed was a burst. And they haven't even said how many times you can use that burst. Or I think they did. But like if it's as rushdown heavy as it is, if you only have one burst, then I feel like it's going to be a Dragon Ball issue where you just have to sit there and take that 10-second block string that's not going anywhere because you know how to block.
No,
that's the only thing I'm kind of worried about.
No, it's not gonna have that. It's not gonna have that because in like the video that I was working on today, like I was going over, there's push block and there's two versions of push block. Where like similar like how like Marvel 3, where like, you know, if you're getting hit, you can push block and push them off a little bit, and then there's like a second push block that pushes them all the way across the map. And it looks like it's some kind of meter use, and they show it very quickly. That's why, and they don't go over it either. That's what I thought was kind of like slick that they show it, but then they talk about the tag mechanics instead of like the other little mechanics and stuff as well. They just talk about like, oh yeah, there's running, walking, jumping, super jumping, and dashing. I'm like, yeah, but this guy just push block, and then this other guy just a super push block. And they also have either EX abilities or it's level 1 supers, because you know everybody has like an ultimate. I think they showed in the last video, they showed Ari had like a cinematic like super, and obviously they showed again Darius had like an ultimate super as well. But then they showed Jinx, she did like she shine like a bright yellow, like and like everything paused, and she pulled out her gun and shot like a big cable beam from like Marvel 2.
I seen her little hyper viper beam, but it wasn't like a cinematic thing. It was just.
Well, that was the super. Yeah, it was a non-cinematic super. Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Okay, cool.
And then Ari did the same thing.
Like it was a whole super.
No. That's what I'm saying. The cinematic supers, I'm counting those. I guess those are like ultimates, or I guess in this case would be like level 3s. I'm assuming, because they are gonna have meter of some sort, and meter is gonna play a role in a lot of mechanics.
Like, the meter is gonna be like every hero, like how in League, like every hero has like a set number of mana they can use on a move. Do you feel like when Project L comes out, you have 100% bar, you use Jinx's like, I don't know, like her Tase gun, it's gonna take away 40% rather than just like a straight amount.
That's kind of like DNF Duel. That's why I feel like I feel like DNF Duel
stuff like that.
Yeah, that's why I feel like DNF Duel is a really good comparison to Project L, or at least to give like I guess a good reference of what it could be, because that's DNF Duel it's not a similar game. It's like a roguelike dungeon fighter versus League being a MOBA, but they still use like mana in their dungeon fighter game, and it's like the similar thing where like you use mana to use like a souped up version of your ability and like all other mechanics. And same thing even in DNF Duel, you have like mana to use supercharged versions of like your moves. There's depending on what characters, there's tiers of the same ability, but like there'll be a stronger version of it,
and then priority.
Yeah, the priority will change. Yeah, stuff like that. So I definitely feel like it'll be the same thing, where it'll be like, you know, they already said the game is gonna be like one button. It's gonna be not a one button fighter, but like
it's two technically.
Yeah,
it's not like how Street Fighter 6 now has you just press one button and it adapts to whatever situation you're in, and it just doesn't work.
Not like that. Like obviously there's gonna be like a light, medium, heavy. It's gonna have the same system as like Marvel 3, possibly, as far as like, you know, light, medium, heavy, and maybe like a launcher button, or I guess in this case it'd probably be like a a super, but there's no like obviously there's no like command normals or anything like that. There's no like down forward, down back. There's no quarter circle, full circle, or none of that. It's all just I'm hitting up, forward, back, down, and a button. It's just direct. It's just one direction and a button. That's what I mean when I say like one button fighter.
It's weird because like fucking Blaze Blue did that. I think Blaze Blue was the first game that ever had some shit like that. It was on the right stick.
Yeah, didn't like
So you can play
cross
it.
tag do that too? Blaze whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did that as well.
Cross everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Blaze cross.
Yeah.
I didn't play too
Bro,
much of it.
that
But
fucking
yeah,
apparently it was really trash. Well,
Yeah.
not really trash. It was just like your favorite character. Just imagine them like the worst.
yeah.
So
They're very watered down.
yeah, exactly. Oh god.
That's like me giving you a vodka bottle and I filled it with Dasani water. You have two reasons to be mad at me. Not only did I fill it with water, but I picked Dasani.
Fuck Dasani. Jesus Christ. Them fucking mountains on that bottle, bro. They're fucking. But yeah, a lot of this shit, like, the thing that bugs me is like, I don't want to hear anything about it anymore. Like, I just don't I want them to have like a beta where they show everything, because at this point it's like they're teasing so much. And they're not even saying, yeah, dog, this is like, we're trying to aim for this specific time for the game's release. It's just, here's some information. And it's like,
they just tease
it's
it.
like the smallest amount of it too.
Yeah.
Here's a mechanic.
And what's crazy is that like they go over way more than they're actually focusing on, which was crazy. Because a lot of people don't know, like they actually showed like they showed off Ari doing a basic grab, which they've never done. They showed death animation. They never done. They never talked about it either. What else did they show? Yeah, they showed the push block mechanic, and it seems like you can meter burn push block. So whenever the other resident zoners besides Jinx ends up,
But even like when they showed Jinx's combo, it's like she didn't fucking have anything. It's like they sold, like when I looked at like everybody else's combos compared to Jinx was like 1-2, I hit you, someone run in.
But you know what she did show off though, which was another thing that got looked over? Status effects.
Okay, I can believe that.
Yeah, when she used the zap
Thunder?
thing. No, like when she electrified them, they were still in the air for however many seconds. Like it was almost like a stun, but it was like mid-air.
Oh God.
So
you telling me like now? So
There's
here's Jinx and Ari.
status
now
effects.
Really Marvel comboing you. Yeah. Sheesh.
So, and there's other people in the world of League of Legends that have some kind of like lightning arcanic abilities. It makes me think like maybe like in a funny way, if they want to be funny, if someone like Brand makes it into the game, right? He hits you with a fire ability, and your guy's like Harlem shaking, panicking. Oh, I'm on fire, and that'd be like a way of a stun, or it'd be like his own passive, or like if you get hit with fire. Unless you hit the other person, you're just ticking damage over time. Or I guess if someone has like an ice ability, it would quite literally freeze you, and you can't have access to your like any of your abilities or anything after being unfrozen for like a few seconds.
Oh God.
So they can get really in depth with it.
But think of like if they're trying to be casual about it. That ain't casual.
No, I mean,
Like,
no,
bro,
they didn't
like,
say
you
that.
take that online, you about to wash a bunch of 10-year-olds. You about to beat their ass so bad. Because not only that you comboed them into stun, then you did it again. Like,
but stuff like that is also
I get to play the
fun,
game, but
too.
no. Shit, it's fun to us because we know how to play the
But
game.
no, imagine like someone like spamming, like someone who doesn't play fighting games, and all I gotta do, how do I do a fireball? Just forward and a button? I just keep throwing something that keeps making you fucking do the Harlem Shake or freeze you, and the other person probably doesn't know what they're doing either. I mean, they're doing what they say they're doing. They're gonna make a game that is fun at all skill levels. So could you imagine if like two people who don't know what they're doing playing the game, and they're just shooting guns and throwing fireballs, and we know what the status effects and stuff do if they confirm that or not. But it's like they don't know. They're just like, oh, bro, why do you keep zapping me? Oh, bro, why do you keep lighting me on fire? They're just hitting buttons. Versus like at a high skill level, then shit changes because like, oh yeah, all right, I gotta avoid this guy fucking throwing fireballs and try to like box jump at him and go low and call in Darius to fucking beatbox on him and kill him or some stupid shit like that. It's stuff like that. Like that's why I feel like Riot is doing it so well to the point where it's like they really are making it fun at all skill levels. Could you imagine if like Shanique and someone else played, and like she's gonna have fun because she doesn't really play fighting games like that. She'll play the game, and she'll feel good if she stomps the fuck out of somebody hitting one button. It'll be amazing. And the other person's probably gonna be salty.
Yeah.
They'll be like, "Oh, you're cheap." It's like, bro, learn the block. I don't know what to tell you. You know, it's like it's stuff like that versus like me and you playing. We have an understanding of what to do. You're trying to figure out how to get around. Swain shoot lightning bolts, and I'm trying to figure out you trying to throw a punch at me with Vi, and it's like it's different because you have a different mindset, and they also have like skill based level
depending on person.
Yeah, and there's also gonna be I'm skill based, which is like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna, even if I say I play the game and I get matched up with people who are like very new, I win 1 or 2 games, I'm no longer playing with those people because it's gonna just, oh, your curves, that guy didn't even get to hit a button on his controller. You're clearly good at this game. And the next thing you know, I'm going to get someone who's been playing in every closed beta of the game, assuming, whenever we do get a beta. Because there's people who actually played this game, by the way.
I don't, like, I believe...
But they're under NDA, they can't say shit about it.
Like, I believe that certain people played it, but, like, I don't want them to, like, keep... Like, they know what's up. But they're acting like they don't know what's up. They don't. Yeah,
videos as if they. I can already tell you right now. I can already tell right now. Max played the game and Justin played the game.
Oh yeah, like the thing that bothered me about the Max thing. I'm like, bro, you played this game. Come on, you played it. Come on, why would we?
He even says like, yeah, I know a lot of people who are really big fans of MVCI. How do you know? Did you go over there, sir?
Yeah. So
because they flew out people to come play the game, and then there was a moment in time when they did that. He just wasn't streaming. Is that a coincidence? I don't know. Ain't no coincidence. He went to go play the game, and he's under NDA, and he can't say anything. I
see he has a kid. He has a kid and stuff like that. So like that. Oh,
they come with him. Don't act crazy. All right.
Okay.
Don't do that, sir. I get he has dad duties, but first of all, that was way long ago when this happened.
They're probably the time whatever they played is probably way different.
It is way different. But at the same time, he has a gist of it, and the fact that he's like super hype and he keeps referencing MVCI, and he's like, yeah, I know people who really love MVCI over at the studios. I've never heard Max talk about his affiliation with Riot Games ever, and he just happens to know people that are working on the game. Nah, he's played the game, but he's under such tight NDA. He can't say whether or not he played the game or not. He can't, if they ask him, he can't say no, he hasn't. But he can't say he has.
He can't say, he has to say just ignore it.
Yeah, he has to ignore it or just play dumb. What do you mean? Well, I there's no way I played it. I am a father. I have a kid. It's like, nah.
Yeah, because I feel like Max is like very like what is it, like he will find a workaround, and like the way he finds workarounds is by him making a video about what's happening now. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, he already knows what the fuck's going on, but like he found another ways that he can actually talk about it rather than revealing that he actually played the game.
Hey, you know what's funny?
Any type of facet.
And another funny thing is that like he made a video because he doesn't play League of Legends at all. He legit doesn't know anything about it. He made like a like a roster thing of like characters he wants to see in the game. And one of the, ironically, I mean, this doesn't confirm anything, but it is kind of funny that one of the characters that he wants to see in the game get played was Alawi. And then who do they show? Alawi. Yeah, I think that's a coincidence, but it's like Alawi's one of the most unpopular characters in the game, and she just gets picked.
What she does in this, bro?
Oh yeah, no, she's gonna be luchador, big buff luchador woman, clotheslining you with hentai tentacles and shit. So,
like the fact that they were like, these are her buttons, then it goes into a string. Then you're like, me and you, we play games enough to where we like can do something there. Oh, they showed that. They showed that this is where you can do right after that. This is what the big.
Oh, that's the freest high-low mix-up. Do tentacle lock you down, calling someone assist to come in, swap in high-low.
Like I was I was shocked because I was like, there's no way they're gonna give us like that much. Like this is what the combos are. Like they gave us a lot. Like these are the fucking these combos are gonna be fucking ridiculous, especially with the Alawi, because now I hit you, a tentacle spawns behind you automatically. Like the fuck. So now I could purposely do low into you recovering. You take the tentacle, then oh hey, now you're blocking low overhead. Like that's why I'm like the certain things that they give these characters already just look broken. Like when Darius got hit by the trap, he was blocking, the trap went off, he wasn't blocking before.
Yeah, and they have like mechanics like that. And I'm sure Echo and Jinx.
Oh, Echo's probably even more dirty. What?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
because he's
my
a
God,
mix.
he's
He doesn't need
fine.
help for mix up. He's definitely gonna be like a
Yeah,
comeback carry if anything.
yeah,
Because they haven't
100%.
discussed any like as far as I know, there's no comeback mechanic that they care to share yet, like X
I feel
Factor
like the
or doing more
no,
damage being the last character or something like that.
because I feel like what they've been saying about the point character and all that stuff, I think it revolves around that. Like it's a point. What was the other one? Backup or some
No,
shit?
it's just point and anchor.
Yeah, like I feel like that's all they need. Because like you can see like anchor characters would be Jinx. She don't do shit.
Nah,
She
Jinx
does
wouldn't
like
be
one
an
or
anchor
two things.
character. I mean,
Oh,
anchors usually
I don't
have
know the term.
and at least in my knowledge of like all versus games, anchors are usually like your comeback character. I mean, I never seen a game where the zoner is the comeback carry of a team fight game. I could be wrong.
Unless
Um,
it's like KOF, because I feel like in KOF, like the zoner can combo. You know what I mean? Like they can combo all their
yeah,
projectiles into
but
one
like
another.
everybody can do shit in KOF though. That's the thing. Like
Yeah,
everybody, like
that's a
that
good
game's
point.
designed for like everybody to be able to do something. Because I feel like in
Hmm.
that game, I think they want to ignore the fact that this character's only a point character. This character's only a mid character. I think they wanted to get rid of that in KOF, so they're just like,
Hmm.
everybody. Like if you want to have Terry on
So
point or Terry as your, because he as your final character because he's your best, do work. Just make
that's
this.
what I'm hoping with this, because like the only reason I bring that up is because I'm like, I don't want like characters like Jinx to not have a lot like everybody else does. Like everybody has a ton of shit. For her, it's just like she only shoots. So hopefully she's able to shoot
Nah, I think
and
she's got
do
a lot
stuff after her
more.
shoot into more.
She's got a lot
Oh,
more. I think
I hope, dude.
between
Like,
all the characters, her and surprisingly Darius, they didn't show much of. They just Darius does big hits, and Jinx shoots gun and zap zap, and she had a
yeah,
trap.
but he's doing like 3 or 4. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but then
Like he's doing
look
three
at
or four some
Echo and
good
then look
hits.
at Ari, two of the most popular
Oh
characters. They
yeah,
showed off
compared,
a
yeah,
lot of things they did,
yeah.
like
Which he's doing X23 fucking Mirage feints into
Mirage
combo
feints, and
into more Mirage
he
feints.
can aim
Ugh.
his time winder. That's another thing from like what they previously showed before when he threw his little time winder bomb thing. Before he just
Yeah.
threw it forward, he can angle it up and throw it diagonally, and that's also an interactable projectile as well. If like they confirm that you can interact with other people's projectiles, Jinx could come out and shoot Echo's projectile to make it go further to slow you. And then Ari has way more air
Wow.
mobility stuff as well. Like so, it's a lot of crazier things. But the reason why I do and I don't want it to be like the I guess some kind of like comeback mechanic is because there's certain champions that exist. And if you're familiar with like I don't know, Aatrox, Kale, who are some other late game champions in League? Kassadin or something like that. Like if they're the last ones left, they just get a buff. Like can you imagine Kale? Like she's like she just has a sword, but if like your ally dies, she goes fucking Super Saiyan. Now she goes from this rushdown character to a basically like a
Oh yeah,
phoenix.
it's all around her.
Yeah,
Yeah, where
all
she can
around
do
her. She
anything.
now hits you from range, does double damage, and she can like she's like twice as fast. Like it's great because that's how she is in League of Legends. She's essentially a god. And like Aatrox, he what do you call it? It's kind of weird because they took away the mechanic of
So
him in League, where like if he dies, he comes back. But like he gets stronger the more he like fights. But if he's the last one, he gets double trigger. Unless they just make his double
what
trigger
happens if
like
they
a
do that? Like if like all for the moves and stuff they've already shown, don't you think they would do something like that though? Like
yes,
especially
I
like
do, and I hope they do because those like they're trying to take mechanics that already exist in their game and combine it with their lore to make them as accurate to their lore as possible.
wait, which lore though? Is it the
The lore,
what is it, Runeterra?
yeah,
The Runeterra lore or
Runeterra
the
lore. That's what I'm saying. A lot of these characters
Okay.
are
Okay.
gods. That's what I'm saying. Like I want to see how like Morgana would play. I feel like Morgana would play like a Doctor Strange or a or Dramon. I might start like a video series of like how I think characters would play. Cause I got Marvel on my computer, and I'll just do like a comparison of like how I think these characters would play and why I want them in. They're probably like little short videos, like maybe like a minute or two, just going over stuff. But yeah, I want to see like Morgana wouldn't have like a comeback mechanic because she's not like as godly as like Kale, but like she would do crazier shit than what we would see in like League of Legends. What does she do in League of Legends? She throws a Q and she makes the ground hurt, and then she tethers you as her ultimate and then stuns you. Like she's a very boring character, but in like lore, she is a goddess. Like she can do all this crazy shit with her powers because she's essentially like a deity that gets worshipped and stuff like that. That's what I'd want to see them kind of bring to like League of Legends.
More,
or to
more lore into it.
Yeah, because they're doing it allowing
them just looking, like because I'm like that. Like they also did that with. Like I felt like they pick and choose who they do that with, because in the Rune King, it's like everybody has something way more unique about them than what the league does.
Well, no, that's lore accurate as far as I know. Like Yasuo is essentially like he's not a god, but like in lore,
he's just fucking really good. Like
he's like way better than what he is as far as game. Like he can do cool shit in like League of Legends, the game, but it's like his moveset does not, I guess, give him credit to like how his lore makes him seem. He's essentially like a one-man army. It's crazy.
Pretty much, yeah. Because even in like that's why I like that they released the RPG, because in the Rune King, it's like they showed a lot more what every person can do. Given you only have like five or six, but all those 6 people, like there's way more unique shit with all of them rather than
even like a character like Braum.
Yeah,
it's like Braum and like League of Legends. Oh, I just block and I stun if I punch you enough, and then my ult is a knockout.
Braum in this game, I'm invincible.
Yeah, I'm essentially a god amongst men. I'm a living legend.
Exactly. Like the fuck, and not only that, I stack my ice. Now you're stacked with ice. Then hey, fucking now there's a certain like crit chance that goes off since you're stacked. Yasuo, anytime he gets a crit, there's a meter that goes behind it, and once that meter goes up, he can do this fucking crazy move. Like I'm excited for this game. Is just I hope they don't like water it down.
No, from what I've seen, they're definitely not watering it down. They're definitely adding it out, because like the thing, even like Jinx doesn't just have. She has more than, I mean, her guns are her main thing, obviously.
Yeah, she has the mallet now.
But yeah, she has a lot of things now. She's essentially, I'm not gonna say she's crazy Batman, but she has a bunch of gadgets and all this stuff on her. But it's like, what do we see in League of Legends? Gun and rocket.
Fucking guns. Yeah, then fucking in what is it? Arcane. She can fight.
Yeah, she knows how to fight. Like she can fight.
Gun kata. Like what? Like bro, I was like, holy shit. Give me her. That's what I want.
She has other things that she can do. So that's why like I'm pretty hyped. Like a character I was saying before that I want to see, which this would be the only one I can see, the only Yordle I can see making it in that
Teemo?
No. I mean I think Teemo would make it in if they have a resident small character, because it seems like games like to do that. And I wouldn't mind it.
That's the thing. Like, what happens if they give a person like Teemo too much in this game, but when you go to play League, you're like, Teemo ain't doing none of the things that he did in this game.
That's every character so far, because none of those characters are doing none of those things in League of Legends at all. But that's the point. They came out and said that, and that's what I like. It's like,
really?
They're saying they want characters to feel even greater than their lore and their representation in League of Legends. That was also the reason why they said they put in Alawi, because what does Alawi do? I hit you with tentacle, I ult, more tentacles. In this, she's like, she's clotheslining and she's whapping you down and all that stuff. Like it's still tentacles, but it's like she's like clotheslining you, and it's a lot more.
Yeah, because and on top of that, she's a god, so like it would make sense that she has them shits just around.
Or she has the power of a god. She herself isn't a god, but like she controls like her
item that she has. Yeah, she's controlling Cthulhu and shit like that.
Yeah.
What is the Yordle? Now I'm trying to think about it. What, fucking Rumble or some shit?
Yes, Rumble. Rumble is best Yordle in my opinion. I don't care what anybody says. And he makes the most sense to put into a fighting game out of the Yordles anyway. Because Corki,
what happens if he has like a whole mechanic like fucking what is his name? Phoenix Wright.
No, he doesn't. I mean, what was like picking up junk to upgrade his robot?
Exactly.
Nah, like, I mean he's gonna have a mechanic
like that.
He'll have a mechanic, but it won't be that. It'll be like he will be probably. I would make him unique based on ability. The more he uses abilities, the faster they come back, and then the more he uses them, the stronger they get. But if he uses them too much, then obviously in the thing he overheats. But then I feel like unlike League of Legends, when he overheats, it should be like a weird sporadic. Like I guess he's like faster, stronger, but then he can't use the ability. It'd be something like that where like unlike before in like League of Legends, he overheats, he's just silenced himself. I wouldn't want to make it like a too much of a debuff, but make it almost like I'm sacrificing using my abilities to be faster and hit harder with my normals. Once I use all my abilities,
that just makes him he's X Factor.
Yes,
like because I'm thinking about that.
X Factor would be a unique thing to him and him only because he has a mechanic.
Like get him X Factored. Now he can wave dash. Like he can wave dash, then try dash all around.
No, he can already do that. It's just like now he can dash even further. Like the range is double because like his robot's malfunctioning. So now his shit's just gonna, instead of just going like a little bit, he would go a lot. So he basically would go from like I guess a mid range because he's not really a close range character or not like he's not like a zoner either. He would go from like a mid range kind of like spacing character to like I'm a hyper zoning character for a short amount of time. So it would lead to like weird
the fields.
Yeah, it'd be really
and
good.
For shit like that, the fields themselves are huge. So it makes sense that like now I can dash way further in rather than me doing like 3 dashes to come up to you. Yeah. I can just do 1.
And then he would have like his standard. He would have like his flamethrower, which with the if we're going off the mechanics before, his flame would either go further and hit harder if he's like close to overheating. Say they would like his because he has rockets too. His rockets would you just be able to shoot him. He can angle them up, kind of like Tron when she shoots the little Cybots up and at people, and essentially they would hit you and have like a stagger property. And maybe you can give him some extra moves too, because I'm sure the robot would do other shit as well. Maybe have like
he's some robot dude, like or make it to where like he gets the fucking Gundam or some shit.
He low-key could be like Gundam. A MODOK as well, but a malfunctioning one. He could be a combination. He'll be a combination of MODOK and Tron.
Yeah.
And then his ult would just be giant rocket flame carpet cinematic, and it hits you, and then it leaves like a Dalsum yoga fire on the ground, and it does damage, and then if the rockets itself does damage, but then if you stay in it, you're just taking a whole shit ton of damage over time. Yeah. And then you can just use that to lock down for free. If you have 2 characters, just keep them locked down in the bullshit fire. That sounds like a perfect thing to me, at least for Rumble. Any of the older Yordles, maybe, fucking
what's her name? The hammer. Like I would
Poppy would work too. It'd just be so weird.
But it's just I don't want it to be like how Amaterasu was in Marvel because you couldn't tell if she was like crouching or anything, like at all. Like anytime you used her against me, like I couldn't tell if she was crouching or she was standing. And even if it was
that's
just
the
like
one thing about like small
difference.
Characters when you put them in games like that is that like you always block low because you know when they're gonna overhead you. Because they'll jump. Because like small characters never have a standard overhead unless you're Beautiful Joe. And that shit was broken and no one ever used them for whatever reason. But no small character has a like standing overhead because it was literally impossible for like big characters like Hulk, Sentinel to have some kind of thing. So if they jumped, they most likely were overheading you. And I think everything you did in air anyway was an overhead, unless you had an assist that hit low or some shit.
I guess when they reveal at least like a good portion of the roster, then that would make sense. Because I am wondering about like what the roster size is because everybody in the game is obviously like different heights and widths and all that shit. Mm-hmm. So now I'm just curious about like I don't know like Gragas. Gragas is the one with the wine, right?
Yeah, that is my cool drunk uncle. I like Gragas. I think Gragas would be cool.
Like certain characters like that are they gonna give us bigger bodied people too, or they're just gonna give us like average like Darius type size, then Alawi type size, and that's it?
You would think, right? But at the same time, Alawi is a really big character, and then they didn't say she's not done. So the size scaling, she might get bigger with size scaling. She's a very big woman. She's huge. She's like Shaq.
Yes, tall woman.
But like when they showed her off in the gameplay, she didn't seem like she was that much bigger than the cast. Like
She did look heavy though. Like I'm not gonna like.
yeah, she moved very heavy. Like because she is a heavy. She's going to be like a heavy swinging character, kind of like a Hulk or like a Hagar or something like that, or like a
So
Potemkin.
then there's that. There's that. Then it's like, do certain archetypes get like certain passives? Like Alawi would get like a hit of armor.
They did hint like in their original like dev thing that like every character is going to be unique based on like they are going to have some kind of passive, and like Echo's Timeliner thing is his passive. But the problem is we don't know what everybody else's passive is at all because we don't have an interface, so we don't know what does what. But characters are going to have passives because Echo has his Timeliner thing. That is his passive. Is his Timeliner, like his little.
Yeah, then Darius would technically be his bleed.
His bleed, which would make him a very scared, because he seems so simple, and the fact that if him hitting you would be like him bleeding you out would actually make him very scary. Jinx, what was it?
Jinx would probably be
the more she hits you, the faster she gets.
That you said. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot all the.
Yeah, she has a stacking passive. Like, she hits you, she gets faster. So maybe it could be so she might be a rush down. She might turn into a rush down Zoni character the more she hits. So if you just start landing your shit, she'll just fucking get into that crackhead mode.
That would be so fucking set. That would be sick as fuck, because even if she's just shooting, she's gaining a stack of like speed. Rather than her physically hitting you. Like if she's gaining speed off of anything that she does. Oh man, that would be so fucking
so as
good.
the fight goes on, she will become more of a mobile character if you let her just do things, which is actually kind of scary. And Ari's is the basic of the most basic one, which is she hits you, she heals. But
yeah, then fucking Alawi's is she hits you, gain tentacle. Like
so
that's why I'm like everybody that they're putting broken. Like if you give thought to anything, it's like they can slowly be broken in their own way. That's why I'm like, damn, like this. I guess the whole idea of like you having fun, you will have fun because everybody has something like extremely unique about them that just makes the fighting other people even more fun to do.
And that's the good thing about DNF Duel. Like it's like the way they went about things, because like it's like everybody's the most broken version of that character. The only problem is like DNF Duel is not known. It's only really popular in like Korea. I mean, we have it here because we both have the game, but like it's only really popular in Korea versus League. It's worldwide. Everybody knows about League. But even if you hate it, you know of the game. So it's like that's why these characters have more of an impact than just the grappler or the shooter or the like you get what I mean, the brawler.
Yeah, because I felt like the DNF's duels, the only reason you would play that is because they look cool. Everybody looks cool in that fucking game. Like the fucking katana lady, bruh. Like
you know what's crazy about that? Which is and you're gonna sit there and be like, wow, all those characters are just carbon copies of League characters.
I can believe it. Like fucking what is it? Yone is literally just the guy, the demon dude.
Yone is Ghostblade. Yasuo is probably gonna be the chick. Troubleshooter's Graves. I forgot the final boss's name, but that's Kassadin.
Oh, Kassadin? Do you mean just Kassadin?
Yeah. I'm sorry. That's actually just he's a guest character. That guest character is just Kassadin. My bad.
I saw that. I was like, that's Kassadin. They're like, oh no, he's a Void Master or whatever. I'm like, yeah, Kassadin.
Berserker.
We took the name.
Berserker. Tryndamere.
What do you think about that one?
What do you call it? What's
who else?
Vanguard. Xin Zhao.
Then who is Judo and the other martial arts?
Oh, that's Set.
Oh, look at that.
That is 100% Set, without a doubt.
So they was already calling people.
The chick with the bear, that's Annie.
Oh yeah.
That's criminally Annie.
Yeah.
Swiftmaster might very well be Janna. Surprising as that is. Swiftmaster's just gender swap Janna.
That one lady who brings out all the guns, I feel like that's just Heimerdinger.
Yeah, that's either Heimerdinger or that's a combination of which we already have is Jinx and Mitch Fortune.
Yeah.
Who else? Did we get every character? Because there's not too many characters.
I think we did. Oh, besides Ninja's Akali.
Yeah, Ninja's Akali.
Which I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait for a colleague to just show up. Oh my god.
The only one I can't really guess who it is Hitman. I don't know who that is.
There's not a hitman. There's not a gun. Oh wait, no, it's the new lady, the Devil May Cry lady.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, never mind. Hitman's Samira.
Like, yeah, like I want her in this game too, because she's just probably gonna be Dante.
And yeah, that's just like that. Dante. She's
yeah.
They the devs even quite literally said, oh yeah, we made her because female Dante.
Yeah, because I'm like, we have Heihachi in there.
Yeah, so it's like, why not? Is there another character we're missing?
No, I think that's
Is that all? Because I know it's not too many. I feel like there might be someone we're missing.
Oh, the Crusader dude.
Crusader.
Jesus.
Oh, that's Garen.
Garen's about the god.
Garen is all about. Well, Demacia is
really?
life.
Oh. I thought Demacia was just his homeland. I didn't know like he was like the Demacia is my religion too.
Demacia is everything, bro. You read those comics, bro. Demacia is also hella racist.
No wonder he's screaming about
Demacia.
Now you know he's racist. That's what you're telling me.
It was funny when I first figured that out. It's like, well, he himself's not racist, but like the land itself is like very, very against magic versus like Noxus. Like you think, oh, they're murder, kill. They're actually very civilized and peaceful people. Like I thought that was hilarious. That's like
just like New York.
It's like the ultimate don't judge a book by its cover, because like, oh, Noxus is like, oh, you think, oh, you have Darius, you got Swain and this mysterious woman, this murder, like, I do the killing. And it turns out,
because like when I seen Cassian, I'm like, that's just a murder. Like,
turns out he's a man who just wants his daughter back. He's actually a nice guy. He's just fighting for what he loves. Okay. Yeah. You have Malzahar's. Yeah, Singe. Yeah, he lost his daughter.
Gotta get my daughter back, dude. Like the fuck.
Yeah, surprisingly, there's not a lot of bad guys in Legends of Runeterra. People just look evil. People just look evil and are cool at the same time.
Besides the dude with the crab feet.
Urgot, he's not really evil either.
Oh, I thought he was like.
He's breaking the laws, but it's like he got wronged. The man got set up for to be killed, and now he's just getting revenge on people.
Oh,
he kills other bad people. Yeah, he's basically the Punisher. But with augments, yeah, so it's like, okay. It's like,
that's great. Wow, that's dope.
Yeah, there's really only a handful of bad people in Legend of Runeterra.
That's why I always wondered, like, who, like, when I've looked at, like, some of the roster, I'm like, so, like, a lot of people just look like they're evil, but you're telling me there's probably, like, 4 evil people out of that.
Everybody's good. About, like, almost 200 people. Yeah, it's about, like, a good 7. This is a good 7 that are actually evil, you know?
Wait, no, I think Jin... Is it Jin, the guy with the gun with the?
Yeah, he's a killer for hire assassin.
So he's gray. He's gray.
Yeah, he's a psychopath. So he's in the gray area.
He's like leaning more to like.
He's leaning more towards evil. I think he's more towards evil because he just be killing even when he's not an assassin for hire. He just be doing shit. So you know. And then Zed is a good one that they thought was evil for it. Turns out he's not evil at all. He's actually good. He looks evil as shit.
He's just Shredder. Like, what you mean?
Exactly. He looks like Shredder. League of Legends roster is the ultimate don't judge a book by its cover. Because you would think Kog'Maw, how cute he... Ari?
Wait, what? Kog'Maw's not evil?
No, Kog'Maw is evil.
Okay, cool. There we go.
That's what I'm saying. But he don't look evil. Man's cute.
No, I don't know about that.
He does the WB fucking how old my baby. He does that shit, and then he fucking eats your face.
He looks like a Resident Evil villain or something like that. Not a villain, but like
fooled me, bro. I'd be dead because I'd be like, oh, look at him, he's cute. And motherfucker would spit acid in my face and then kill me. And I'd be fucking done for, you know. Yeah, it's safe to say all void creatures. Yeah, all void creatures are evil as hell. They're all evil.
Oh, well, yeah, they look like some monstrous fucking Cthulhu shit. So,
yeah, all void creatures and I want to say not all Darken, because Aatrox is evil, and who else is evil? Varus isn't evil, but
because his wife or his boyfriend or something.
Yeah, he's possessed by a gay couple, so yeah, it's not really. And apparently the power of their love is overpowering. Yeah, it's 3 people.
Wait. So there's 3 people within one body?
Yes, there's the Darken itself, and then there's the couple. because apparently they were
What?
like the whole story is like they were so like mangled and hurt that like and the Darkin was like desperate to manifest itself instead of just taking one body. The one body wasn't enough, so it took the remains of both bodies and fused them together, what was functioning between the two of them, and made one body.
Oh god, that's dark.
Yeah, it's very dark.
Sheesh.
Pun intended.
But then that's then I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
So you said, I was like, oh yeah. Ah. Like then like shit like that, then it makes it like within that context of that character, what the fuck, he's gonna do a bunch of shit in the fucking fighting game.
Oh yeah, but he's definitely gonna be like the resident zoner, at least with Varys, but he's gonna be like I shoot arrows. I probably shoot like an arrow that makes you wall bounce. Just to save up to not even go too imaginative with it, because I don't know what they do. I'm just gonna sum up every bow and arrow character is gonna play like Hawkeye, or Taskmaster from Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Is it safe to assume they're gonna have some form of that, and also those Marvel devs who are working on the game? So I'm assuming they're gonna borrow some stuff.
Yeah, because like once you think about it, like that's all like, and besides Persona, but even the Persona Arena, that character played like Hawkeye and Taskmaster.
Yeah,
that's why it's like it kind of, that's disappointing, because once you think about it, like even like your imagination can only go so far.
Exactly. I mean, you could be original, and it's either gonna be a flop or it's gonna be the next best thing since sliced bread. But other than that, it's like, yeah, nah. It's like Varys is also like, was it Legolas from Lord of the Rings? He's just, I shoot arrows fast, and when I need to, I shoot super arrow that kills.
No, that's boring. God damn it! But even Legolas
it is boring, but. Yeah,
Legolas had like 2 blades on top of that, so he like, even if he was shooting, he can throw hands.
Varys knows how to fight though too. That's the thing. He does know how to, like in lore, but I'm just saying like in game, like in League of Legends gameplay, he just, I shoot arrows. I shoot a rain of arrows. I shoot arrows really fast. I shoot a bow, and then I shoot darken goo at you that tethers and does a lot of damage. But like in lore, he's like, I don't miss. He's like, I am him and him is me, because there's multiple hims in me. He's that guy. he's that guy. Yeah, he's basically, he'll be looking dead at you and shoot a kitten 3 blocks away to the left. Like he'd be doing shit like that. He'll do a no look fakey pass and shoot somebody in the ankle, and it was on purpose, and you think it's by accident. It's shit like that.
Like I missed that on purpose. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
To do that, yeah. Sure.
And then another one that would be interesting would be like, because there's only 3 Darkin. There's another Darkin coming out, but at least as the making of this video, there's 3. But there's another one that's gonna be a dog, and that, I guess if they end up putting that in the game,
Cerberus?
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna have 3 heads, but it'll probably be the Amaterasu of the game if they go ahead and put it in. But yeah, the 4th Darkin they're adding to the game is going to be a puppy. it's gonna be.
Wow.
Okay.
So it's Nara then. It's Nara. He's all cute and cuddly. Then he rage.
But it's not gonna be a form change thing. You're just only gonna see the darkened form. I'm sure in lore it's probably like a form change. It's gonna be the dog that got a hold of a darkened dagger, and now it's just a Doberman with a
fucking knife.
With a knife in its mouth.
Yo,
that's actually
fucking
cool.
Didi.
Yeah.
That's the dog in the husky in fucking Metal Gear. He had a knife. He would pull out the knife. He doesn't need the knife because he could just go for their throat, but he literally takes it out. Slashes there. Yeah. Well, all right, that's sick. I would like that.
Yeah, but besides, I guess that being a thing, it would be the what do you call it? Kane. He would be like I don't know if he'd be a stance switch character, because in like the game, like in lore, he never chooses a form. He's just normal Kane the entire time. So in the game, I don't know how that would work, because in game you're either going to be a Shadow Assassin or you're going to be Ross, unless they make Ross himself a character.
Or they put both of them in him. Like he's changed, like with certain moves he'll change into that. Then like it'll be a whole different set of moves. And then if he does like, okay, so the light variant would be the blue version. So like if he does any type of light super, then he'll change into that. But anything that's like heavy or stronger, then he would change into like fucking the red one. So if he does light, medium, heavy, he's going from blue to red to blue to red.
No, but the thing is, like, if they're gonna make this lore accurate fighting game, he doesn't switch between characters.
So you're telling me he doesn't just go?
That's what I'm saying. Either they would do
DNF
one or two things. They would make it based on who you're going against. You'll turn into Blue Ross, which would be kind of cool, or Red Ross, or Blue Cane or Red Ross, which would be Shadow Assassin or the Darken. Or they can make it.
He like for like certain people he would use a certain like demon.
Yeah, because that's how he was. That's how he is in game. Like if he hits range characters, he's Shadow Assassin. If he hits range or up close or tanky people, he becomes Rost. Because it makes sense. Because say like I'm going to get the zoner and I have a hard time, I turn into Shadow Assassin. Now I can just zip to you and kill you. Versus like, oh, I'm going against this rushdown person. Oh, now I turn into Ross. I'm going to murder you up close now. You can't hurt me anymore.
There's like fucking a character that adapts on what you play. There's no character like that ever.
Unless you count stance characters, but that's
cool
niche.
As fuck, but it's still cool. Like you don't even have to stance. You don't even have to hit the button for stance. You just go into it.
It just happens.
That's cool as fuck. Like, holy shit.
The only issue with that, I would say, is making that depending on their team, either making it I could just transform, or I either have to be almost like a V trigger for like Street Fighter, like I have to reach a certain amount of health. So basically, you become this godlike figure, but at the cost of basically either taking a lot of damage, or I guess a certain time has to be reached in the game. I guess that'd be the only way you balance that.
I feel like the way to because most of like stuff like that specifically, they always do it to like you have 35%, like you have to have 30 HP.
Yeah, you have to be really weak. If they make you godlike,
I'd rather it be like 50%. Like
that makes sense.
Like he'll go evil at 50 because it's such a core part of his character as it is. So the light side, so from 100 on, like 100% HP, he's blue. Once he hits 50%, he's red.
Or better yet, Jordan, and this is what we tie into what we talked about earlier about like passives and anchor characters and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. What if Kane would just be the ultimate anchor character and say like he's the last one left, like kind of like on some Marvel 2 Jin type shit, where like if Jin's the last person, he transforms into like blue Jin and he does like the Brodia fist and like he's just everything just one shots and does a shit ton of damage than it normally does.
Yeah.
It would be like, if it's the last person left and he comes out to Jinx being his opponent, he'll turn into Blue Cane, just off rip. And if he comes out and like Darius is his opponent, he'll turn into Red Cane. And he's like that the rest. That's your comeback mechanic. You're either going to be Red Cane or you're going to be Blue Cane based on who you're facing. So Kane would literally be the ultimate like comeback mechanic character, or be the ultimate anchor assist character, whatever they're going to call it. So that would be my only way you balance or make that great. But I guess obviously make his HP lower if Red Cane or Red Ross heals.
That's what I hope we don't fucking have in this game, where everybody has a set HP limit.
Every fighting game has that now though, so you can't even really.
Fucking sucks.
Even Tekken has that.
Because I want to play my X-23, but she gets hit once, she's dead.
She's dead to the majority of the guys.
Exactly. Like I want to have my Jinx. And Jinx has the same HP like everybody else does.
Only game that didn't really do that though was probably like Interesting. They still did it, but it wasn't to like the extreme or like
it was like another point. It was like one more point. Like
if you're a big body character, you had a little bit more health than everybody else. Because obviously you're taking more punishment than like everybody else. That was pretty much it. But other than that, it wasn't like crazy with like Street Fighter where it's like, if you're Chun-Li, you have like Akuma, you have like 750
and everybody's like 1,000 plus. It's like, what the fuck?
To be real, Akuma has a lot of shit you can do though, so it's like hey, Akuma is pretty crazy in the right hands, bro. I mean, I still don't justify it though, because he surprisingly isn't the best character in Street Fighter, but it's like he has a lot of things to get away with. He is like
I don't want them to do that where he has a lot of stuff. We got to drop his HP.
But the thing is, the reason why I would say it works in a tag game is because you have 2 HP, you have 2 health bars. That's what there's team synergy. So say like you have Vi, and Vi is like,
now, do we know like if one person dies, the game's over?
No, they already said cool. It's what do you call it? Because they already said like, you need to have 2 characters to even do your like the little burst, the little combo breaker thing they showed. You have to have 2 characters to do that, and you only get to do it once per game if you have 2 characters. So
because I was like, hopefully, like I don't want a Tekken Tag 2 where my main character died, but I know if like and that ends the round. Like if I have like I'm good enough, I can play like 2 against 1 if I need to.
Nah, they're not doing that. It's just basically like, oh yeah, if a character dies, then now you have to. It's one. It's basically like a Injustice, where you know how you have like 2 bars. It's like Injustice, but the second bar is your second character.
Okay,
that's basically what it is.
Perfect. Don't not worried anymore. But,
that's why I said like I don't mind HP being low or different for each character.
It's like that. Yeah.
Yeah, because like say like Vi, I know Vi is probably going to be a relatively tanky character whenever they show her, because we all know she's in the goddamn game.
Plus all that bullshit she got too. Yeah. The armor's just built into her technically.
Yeah, we know she's in the game. She's like kind of made for a fucking fighting game. I'd be disappointed. I'm not gonna say shocked. I'd be disappointed if Vi and amongst other characters do not make it into the game, because like they were quite literally made. Easy. Yeah, they were made for the fighting game. They even came out and said themselves. What is that?
Look at Pokemon. Like there's specific Pokemon that are made for that not that Pokemon game. It was Pokemon.
Yeah.
Which they didn't choose to do, and they were made for the League of Legends version. Like there were specific Pokemon that are guaranteed to be in that game, and they still haven't fucking put them in.
Yeah, well that's kind of on them. That game's. I don't even know where that game's doing at this point.
They added a fucking, what is it, a panda, a really slim panda that knows fucking that knows karate.
Yeah, it's a legendary Pokemon. They added that, and they added like a Dragapult, which is actually a really cool dragon. It's pretty cool, but
that's what I'm hoping that like obviously like that hope is gone, because like even someone like Darius, I'm like, this what Darius can do, he's doing a lot. Like like it's like they I think like their whole idea was like, we know the characters that are going to be in this game, those are the first ones that we're going to show.
Yeah, I think this roster is going to have at least 30. I want to say at least 30 characters. If it's going to be a team-based game and it's based around synergy,
it's free.
It doesn't matter. Starting roster still matters. Like, could you imagine if it was free and everybody has the same comp? That'd be stupid. No, they're trying to let us have experimental variety with everything. And you can't really have variety if like everybody has a Darius and Ari on their team. If everybody's just running Darius, Ari, because they're the only ones that are good.
Then that just goes into Marvel. Hope they don't fucking do a Marvel where like you said, it's this like you need this anchor, or every other anchor is just fucking trash.
The problem with Marvel is that only a select few characters could even do a lot of damage and kill one character or do like a touch of death. So that's why I made it like super hard for like the rest of the cast to kind of keep up in Marvel, because like only like 6 characters can actually do that, versus like, oh, if I play this character, I gotta reset like 3 times before I can actually get a kill, or I gotta do some weird intricate thing, versus like I play Doom, I touch you, you're dead. I play Virgil, I touch you, you're dead. I play Wolverine, I touch you, you're dead. Like you like it's you get
even
it.
Like because like X-23 like and it comes down to like how easy are they, because X-23, the Mirage feints, they're so fucking hard to do.
And on top of that, she's very snowbally and gimmicky, so you can't really. It's like, yeah, with X-23, if you get the kill, you got to make it count. You got to pop X Factor level 3. Dirt. Like, you got to dirt nap everybody on
one.
Yeah, and you got to do it quick, because you're not gonna stay in that form for that long. I seen this one dude play, and he did the same thing. He got 1 kill. Pop X Factor, dirt nap, all right, dead, mix up, kill, blah, blah, blah. Hope they don't block, boom, get them in, next person, dirt nap, mix up, kill. That was pretty much, like, it's so much work when I can just play Wolverine and touch you once and kill you. Like, it's so much resources got to go into it with X-23.
And you only have to learn like 1 combo, which is Berserker Rage, and that's it.
Yeah.
Just learn that 1 Berserker Rage combo, then from that point on, anytime you hit this move, Berserker Rage, do it back and forth.
Yeah.
Dive kick, super. You're damn near almost dead. Like you have like a you kissing death at that point. But everything else, that's why I want to know the values of everything, like of just how far, is because of that fact. Right. Because I don't want to learn this dope ass combo with Ari, and I'm getting touched once, then fucking it's like it might as well be. I might as well just pick another character at that
Well,
point.
not even
Who has
that.
more
It's just like in most fighting games, if you get touched once, you get put in the blender regardless of like their HP. Regardless, it's just like
I'd rather get put in a fucking blender. We play
not in a
fucking
tag game. You
I'd rather
don't,
get
bro.
put
You of all people should know. It goes from getting it goes from a 2-player game to a single-player story game real quick. Real quick. You get put in the blender. You might as well put the controller down.
Control it and there we go. Like now I'm just watching myself die.
Yeah, you get put in a blender. It's like you just put your controller down because it's like, what do you do? You there's nothing you can really do.
But I don't know, like for us, like we got put in blenders, but like fucking, like we got mixed up hard, but we knew how to block.
Yeah.
Like Marvel taught us how to block fucking heavy.
Yeah,
Like,
Marvel's definitely
no,
if it's gonna teach you anything, Marvel's gonna teach you defense.
Yo, how to fucking block. Yeah. Like, you're gonna stop hitting everything and you're gonna wait, and you're gonna know everybody's value when to attack them.
Yeah.
Like fucking Dragon Ball Z too. Like if you know how to play Dragon Ball and you know how to block, it's even better. Like you don't.
Blocking in Dragon Ball is impressive, actually. It's very
Yeah.
impressive. It's like, oh, you blocked that? Damn, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy.
That fucking 38 mix-ups deep.
That
The
2-minute long offense, bro. Damn,
Yeah,
it's like that would easily got me.
You damn near time scanned off of the fucking off that shit.
But yeah, no. Only thing I'm worried about, and this is what kind of, I guess at first, somewhat, I can't say so because people still play Marvel. Marvel's still like relatively big.
I guess that shit's dead to me.
Yeah, it's dead to the people who don't use mic mods and stuff like that. If you're modding your game and you're playing Cyclops and all the broken variants and shit.
That shit.
Yeah,
that's
then that game is that game is alive and well. But yeah, if you're playing regular Marvel, then yeah, no, that game's dead and gone. Get over it. But the one thing I'm worried about, which is like a problem Marvel faced in general, and like this seems to be a thing in every Marvel, not just Marvel 3, but like Infinite and also Marvel 2, is like I don't want there to be better version of an already existing character. Like an example of this would be like, why would I play Spider-Man? Yeah, I mean League does that too, but it's like it's still unique enough to where like
okay.
You know, you still know it's that character.
At the same, like League does that like every week. What you mean? There's an update right now?
Yeah, no, I get that, but like in my example, at least as far as fighting game go, is like with Marvel, it's like, oh yeah, Spider-Man's a good character, but why would I play Spider-Man when I can just play Spencer? It's like, oh yeah, Wesker is good. Why would I play Wesker when I can just play Virgil?
Yeah.
Like you see what I mean? It's like stuff like that. It's like I don't want there to just be, oh, there's a variant of a character, but he's just better. I don't want that. I want at least every character, good or bad, to at least be unique enough to where it's like, oh yeah, I don't want to feel like shit because I want to play Set and then Blitzcrank does everything Set does but better. I feel like a piece of but I feel like a piece of shit. It's like, yeah, Set's a really good grappler. He does a lot of damage, but Blitzcrank does it better. And he can do it from far away too, and safe. It's like I don't want to deal with that shit.
But then that brings up the other thing about like the updates, like how rapid those updates are. So like, I felt like this game would benefit from that. Like the fucking like every other month there's a goddamn update for like all your characters.
Oh, I'm getting every skin, and I'm keeping up with all the shit for this game when it eventually drops. I'm buying a skin for everybody. And I don't even play them.
I am, because I'm like, if Vi drops, I'm getting all the shit. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Give me. That's why I'm like, with every, like, I don't think that might happen because of the fact that their updates are so fucking a lot. Like, there's an update every other week or every other month. So like, even if that were to happen, that's only gonna happen. Like, that's the Set and the Blitzcrank comparison. That's only gonna happen for like a week before they change it.
You say that now, but then look at like Overwatch. Overwatch is dealing with that now too. Why would I play Pharah when I can play Echo?
Overwatch is dead.
It surprisingly still has a really big following, but yeah, I mean the game it came back because it's the new hotness right now. People are trying it out. I feel like as soon as the campaign comes out, it's probably gonna flop because people are like, oh bro, you took all this time to do this.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, they could have easily just updated Overwatch 1. I mean, everybody's been saying that, and then people still play it because you have people who dedicate all their content to Overwatch, so they can't just not make stuff on the game.
Now it's even worse because like you're gonna drop $60 on this dope ass skin. You seen that
Yeah,
Zeus skin?
yeah, it
You
looks
know, I was
cool.
like, oof. I was tempted.
I'm
Like,
not
I
spending that
was
much
like,
money
oof.
on that game.
I was like, oof.
I never thought I'd say, hey, bring back loot boxes before, but hey, I think they need to bring back loot
Yeah,
boxes into that game.
bro, that shit is in Marvel Sun, like Midnight Sun, dude. Like, there's loot boxes in that game, which is fucking weird. Even though like you don't really have to do much for them if they're fucking there. That's besides the point. Loot boxes.
But yeah, no, that shit is.
I feel like everybody has enough that it's still like even though they do differ, like they still have enough to where they're still unique. Like yeah, this one might do it better, but this other one can do it better too, but just in a different way.
It is a bit ridiculous though.
It's fuck. Still dope as shit. I can't wait to not hear anything about it for another year. Can't wait. Because I really don't want to hear another thing about this fucking game until we see a fucking health bar, we see a fucking a timer. This is their mana gauge. Like a fucking select screen would be dope. Like a character menu screen. Ugh. And the character menu screen would just be would them be teleporting into the field? Ugh. Like they're both walking together to the portal or something. Oh my god, be so sick.
Yeah, there's a lot they can do with this. There's a lot they can do with this. But yeah, no, I mean, I have high hopes for Project L. I just wish they show more because I'm fiending and I'm for the next whenever they show, I'm just about to drop little snippets of stuff and
How long did it take for them to drop the last information? It was like a year, right?
Nah, it came out this year. It was only like a few months ago actually. I think it was
So then I guess the time frame of information would be the beginning of the year, then almost the end of the year.
they said they're gonna give us info next year. Usually their info dumps when they tradition a year start on the first of the year. So we might very well get like an update for everything because Riot likes to once they start having info for all their games, they usually do it for all their games. They don't usually do it for just one. Because even with like the Project L stuff, it wasn't just Project L that dropped info for. They did stuff for like Valorant, their card game, LOR, League of Legends. They did like a skin info thing. They do it.
Yeah, then that's when they
do a lot of
showed
things.
like the other two games,
Yeah.
like the other three games that wasn't just like those initial ones. Yeah, that's right.
And also like Wild Rift as well. So it's like like when Riot does something, they do it. They don't just like do it for just one game. They usually when they provide some kind of info or something about a game, they usually do it for every game that's coming out.
Yeah, like how they do with whatchamacallit, like the PlayStation events.
Yeah.
We're just like, yeah, we can do it with one game, but like majority of the time it's everything. Here's what we might bring out, or here's the new thing that's coming next week or some shit, or right now for that fucking matter. Because I know when they did that event, fucking what was it? What was that tap game? The one with the bomb guy. What's his name?
Bomb. It was was it Ziggs Mayhem or something like that?
Yeah, like that dropped that same day.
Yeah.
Like as soon as like that happened, like yep, here you go. Here's a game that's already out that we just dropped.
Yeah, Riot likes to do like when they announce something, because even when Valorant was like Project A, when we got a name drop, they're also like, oh yeah, the game comes out next month. Like what? It was like
I'd rather that. I fucking rather that than them fucking doing what they're doing with L, man.
I mean, they technically are doing what they're doing with L though, in a way.
I don't. They said they ain't ready yet. Like
yeah, that's what they told us with Project.
Close.
That's what they told us with Valorant at first, and then out of nowhere we got a name drop, and it's like, oh yeah, this game comes out next month. That game didn't even get like a beta. I mean, it did get a beta. It got a closed beta only. It didn't get it never got an open beta. Never got one. Unless the release kind of does an open beta, but other than that, it never got an open beta.
No, I think the reason why they didn't do, I think it would be the same thing because like like with Valorant, there were people you can easily ask for information for. Summit, whatever, like those people he roll around with, like you can ask those specific people, and that's all the information you need. The same thing with Project L. We just need Max and Combo Fiend and Justin. That's it. You're done.
Yeah, and those three people aren't saying shit, and one of those people works on the game. So
exactly, like so, like I feel like they already had their closed beta, and that was a while ago because like what they're doing.
No, that was a invitational closed alpha.
Yeah,
It was
they fucking just come play the game, give us all the information that you would need, so we make this game good. That's it. And those are veterans. Same thing with Valorant, veterans. Obviously, Summit doesn't play fucking Valorant like that anymore, but like like
he was one of the first people to play the game.
Exactly, like he gave a lot of input, and hey, there you go. So yeah. Oh god, that'd be sick if they're like, yeah, fucking Game Awards, it's out next week. What?
No, hell no. They are not gonna say that. Alawi's not even done as a character.
I don't care. That. Give me what the roster we have now. I can enjoy that.
I can't.
Because at that point, then, like, I would play everybody. I already want to play everybody.
Motherfucker, there's only 5 characters. Of course you're gonna play everybody.
Yeah, it's uneven as fuck. But yo, give me. Yeah. Give me. I want to play. I've always wanted to play Storm. Now I get to do it.
Yeah, with Ari.
But now I'm a Fox. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I just want to see Rumble make it to the game, and I want to see Graves and possibly like Malzahar. Malzahar would probably be like a good take on like a puppet zoning character, and Morgana, because Morgana's waifu. And that's about it, really, as far as like what I expect from the game.
I felt like with that, like whoever has the most skins.
That's a lot of characters nowadays, Jordan.
No, like okay, like I feel like the people that they've picked. Well, besides I think Echo, I think like Riven. Of course, she's gonna get it. She has like 80 goddamn skins.
She's also designed for a fighting game.
Yeah. That's you ain't wrong. Like
she was also designed for the fighting game, so yeah.
But like fuck, dude. Like it's wild. She has a whole combo mechanic within her own game, anyways. Now we're actually giving her a whole another set of bullshit that she can do.
Yeah, I'm also certain like Jax is gonna get in as well, and like Fiora. Those like the very obvious picks like Yasuo, Yone, Lee Sin, Master Yi.
For sure.
I want to avoid saying those characters because I feel like it's very obvious they're gonna get into the game, whether it be at launch or they use it as like some kind of hype factor to get people to come back in later down the line or whatever.
Yeah,
I want to avoid those characters because they're painfully obvious they're gonna be in the game. Like those characters were designed for beating motherfuckers up. Like I'm not even gonna say it because I know people are like, oh yeah, Lee Sin, Master Yi, no, damn it. Dueling is literally in their lore, bro. I don't and the game it's a fighting game. You're dueling motherfuckers. We don't need to talk about that. But I will talk about, I don't know, Graves, a guy with a shotgun and a cigarette or a cigar. That'd be kind of cool. I mean, you already got his gameplay.
He has a mechanic of him smoking and throwing a cigarette at you.
That actually pretty dope. That'd be like some deadly shit where he take up the rose and throw it at you. Take a puff of the cigar and throw it, and it actually counts as a hit. That'd be actually pretty dope.
The more ash you intake, like you get onto your character, his ultimate where he throws out the fucking bomb.
Nah, don't make it. Nah, don't make it as passive.
That's not a thing.
Nah, just make it like a taunt that does damage type shit. It'd be disrespectful.
Oof.
Because if we're sticking to like lore accurate like passives and stuff like that, make it where like he gets tanky. He takes less damage the more he goes in. And he has a shotgun. He does more damage the closer he is, and he gets tankier the closer he is to you, or the more he goes in.
Okay, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, so he'll basically be like really crazy to do, or he'll basically just do more damage the closer he is to you, which makes sense. He has a fucking shotgun. He's pretty accurate to me. He's pretty accurate to me. But
then on top of that, he has like a blind, so like he has a smoke bomb.
Yeah,
he just has a smoke bomb.
Yeah,
so like
I wonder what that would
blind
do.
And beaten up.
Yeah.
Oh,
and he also has like a grenade launcher. I guess this kind of goes with the smoke bomb, where like he shoots it and it like leaves like a trail of fire on the ground. You could do some cool shit with that. He could be like a mid-range, close-range like trap character because he has like the smoke bomb, and then he has a little grenade canister he shoots out that leaves like a trail of fire that explodes. He's literally troubleshooter. but he has a name. That's why I'd be like, oh,
Great.
okay. Yeah, it's just great. just make him play like troubleshooter, but make him cooler.
Sheesh. God. Oh, there's so much potential. Like,
well, I guess to wrap up this segment, because I'm pretty sure the game award segment is probably pretty short. To wrap up this segment, who besides Vi, because I know that's probably like your one, and Jinx is already in the game. What are 5 characters you want to see make it into the game?
I want Cassidy. I gotta look up the roster. Fuck around. Hold up.
All right, take it
League. Oh, it was right there on the thing. League of Legends. I want that lady who is Warwick. That new lady, Samara. I want her.
Oh, Renata?
Renata, is that her name?
Is it Renata? Does she have like a mask on?
Yo, who are these people?
There's been a lot of new characters since you played the game. I know.
Yo, for real.
They said new lady, and the new lady is like Renata.
The one with the Devil May Cry mechanic.
Oh, that's Samira.
Yeah, I want Samira.
That's
Fuck around. I want Annie for whatever reason. I think Annie would be pretty cool.
Easy to put in too. She'll be a small character, and she has a giant bear. Just like in fucking I forgot the name of the character in DNF, but yeah, that's put in the DNF character.
A lot of picks are like people who are just like that are meant to be in a game, like Pantheon, the lady with the leg blades.
I feel like Pantheon's also very. Those 2 characters are very obvious. I feel like those are very obvious. Like at some point, whether it's launch roster or they get in later on, I think those are very obvious picks.
Rengar would be different.
Rengar, yeah, I don't see. Rengar actually would be pretty unique. I'm curious how he's Predator. So you got Cassidy. What was the other one? You said Annie, Predator,
and Pantheon, and who else?
Pantheon. So you're at 4. You got one more.
Let's see. Fuck. Maybe. Oh, this chick, the Medusa.
Cassiopeia?
Yeah.
Huh, interesting. I wonder how she'd work, because she doesn't have legs. She has like just a snake body. She'd be like a zoner.
Yeah, she slithers around.
She'd be like I guess a mobile zoner. You know, that's actually very interesting. I feel like she'd be like a mobile zoner.
And her whole thing is off of like she can count, like her whole thing would be me stunning you, and
she shuts down mobility. Like she'd probably put down something on the ground where like you can't dash or jump out of. Like you're stuck in it if you're in it. That's actually kind of cool if you think about it. Cassiopeia is actually a pretty sick. I never thought about
that ass. Yeah, like what, bro?
Oh yeah, no, that actually.
You get penance there, and now you stole. There you go.
All right, and I guess for me, 5 characters I would choose. I already said Rumble. Rumble would be one for me. That's actually my number 1. I'm gonna avoid saying Set because I feel again he's a grappler. I feel like
he's already there.
He's a shoe in. I'd want a Maokai, big tree man.
Okay, that throws out sprouts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He'll be like a zoner. That's a zoner. It'll be a zoner that essentially is a command grab character, kind of like a Swamp Thing, but his saplings would always stick to you. They wouldn't just blow up. They would stick to you and blow up, and they would always blow you toward Maokai. So basically,
I was just about to say that, like they push you into the way of you.
Yeah, they always blow you into me. Like they always blow you into Maokai because Maokai is gonna be unique where he doesn't have any mobility, right? Like he's gonna be like very shit mobility. He's gonna be a grappler with shit mobility figures because most grapplers have shit mobility. But like his saplings, if they tag you, they always explode, and they always explode you towards him. Basically making you dash to him, and he's basically gonna be a grappling monster where he just fucking Hashirama vine wrap you and slam you every goddamn where. So that would be
that's dope.
Yeah, that's my second one, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Third one would be Malzahar. This basically be like a weird zoning puppet character, play like Blackheart from Marvel 2, where I throw out shit, and that's my whole thing. Yeah, I just throw out shit.
Like I was thinking about that and like build his cancer mechanic around that. Like so many like I felt like that's one like him specifically since his
like his little space aids.
Like his whole thing is about that. So even if you're around them, you gain a little stack or whatever. Like there's a build up, even if you're around the monster and stuff
It'd be
like
kind of cool if like since you can like hit projectiles and things of your ally, if like say you have like a voidling and like Echo comes out and bats the voidling at somebody and it just latches on and just does
that.
damage. That'd be kind of
It
cool.
like latches onto the surrounding. Like
Yeah,
you knock it in the air and it stays in the fucking air.
that'd be kind of cool. You can hit it in the
Holy shit!
air.
Like
You can like basically you can lug it at somebody.
mm-hmm.
That'd be kind of dope.
Like, oh yeah, I missed. Psych. Now you're knocked back.
I
You're knocked
activate
into
my
it
trap
somehow.
card.
Yeah, for real.
Fourth one would be we already talked about it, which is Graves because I just Graves is a character I really like to play. And we already kind of went over his mechanics. Is guy with shotgun and cigar. And another one would be fuck yeah. Surprisingly enough, I this kind of seemed weird, but yeah, probably like Gragas.
What does he look like? I'm looking at the roster right now. I don't know none of the names.
He's a fat, stinking drunk, is what he is.
Oh, the drunk dude. There you go. His whole mechanic is you getting drunk.
You get drunk. Instead of drunking boxing, he just gets angry and he just hits harder and throws out shit.
That would be pretty dope.
Yeah, that'd be pretty
Because
cool.
then it cements again. Like if you have Gragas, then the tree dude, Mordecai, Maokai, then his premise in the game is I throw something behind you, it pushes you into something.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be that like you can like not only I'm pushing you into the enemy, like pretty much like your ally, you're pushing them into the wall and they get stunned. Because you know damn well like they're gonna have stuns in that game. So like wall stuns, they would probably be different type of wall stuns.
Oh yeah, I mean they already got wall bounce, stuns. We briefly went over status effects and how that can potentially get crazy if they introduce like other elemental status effects, like either fire making you panic or like a ticking effect, or someone having ice abilities like Lysandra or something like that, freezing you.
Yeah.
It could get crazy. And also, I guess if I was to swap out one of my characters, I probably would swap out Gragas for Morgana because she's waifu and that's my favorite female character. But other than that, yeah, those are my five that I listed.
Yeah, because I'm like, once you look at it, everybody else is fucking like Leona. Like, she's gonna be in there regardless.
Yes, and I feel like another thing, just to quickly wrap it up, so we don't like bleed too much into it. Like rival characters. That's like I feel like if you have one character in
like the dynamic mode,
yes,
like where they would say something and do a specific intro just for them.
Yes.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Like I feel like no matter what, like come on, we know if Darius is in the game, there's gonna be Garen. Garen's gonna be in the game.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Like, there's already Vi. I mean, there's already Jinx. Vi's right after.
Yeah, there's no way they're gonna put Jinx in the game and you don't have Vi. And then if you have Vi, you know Caitlyn's gonna be in the game. Come on, like it's one of those things. Just like you like come on. Like I remember like when they came out with like someone. Yeah, exactly. I remember like when they came out with like
sometimes
like what do you call it, like when they had like the fake leak that came out and the guy like got so hype about his leak was one what do you call it, he was apparently the only person who got this email, which I found crazy. Some dude in like Brazil or wherever the hell he's at.
The fuck out of here.
Yeah, he was the only person who got this apparent leak. He was the only one who obtained it. And two, he apparently included every confirmed character, but the most popular one, which was Ahri, which automatically debunked the fuck out of it. Because, like, oh yeah, he's like, every character here is in the game, even all the ones that are here. And for whatever reason, in his list, it's like, why didn't he include Ahri? I guess he might personally hate Ahri and he just forgot about it, or he was so he was so like hype about making. Oh man, I'm gonna get these guys, or I'm gonna get content.
Yeah.
And then he forgot the most important character, Ahri, in his league. So it was like, nah, it's not fake. And plus, it was too scatterfire because, bro, I get Senna's a cool character, right? Popular character, very popular. Ain't no way she gonna be in the game of Revolution.
Yeah, you're right. Because she was there for
Ain't no
really
way.
long time.
Ain't
like
no
we just
way.
now got her.
Yeah, and on top of that, his list had like majority, I think, female characters. I mean, I know a lot of the female characters in League of Legends are popular, but like,
and hot.
Yeah, and hot, yes, because I know. But I don't think Riot is gonna like 100% go straight sex appeal for their fighting game, because no one plays a fighting game to be sexy. I'm sorry. They don't. No one plays that because I want to look cute when I get beat up. But like, still, no one plays like. I mean, yeah, some people play like
off of cool. No, it's like, to be honest, like, you play off of who looks cool.
Yeah, cool. And not because Miss Fortune's got her titties out, I'm gonna play her. Like, no, it's like, and Miss Fortune actually is a cool character. Yeah, they are cool, but it's like that guy's list had like, I think majority of the characters were female characters. It's like, yeah, I get it. Yeah, these characters are, they're popular, but it's like some of them are just like, I don't think this character's gonna make it in because it's like they're just hot. It's like they don't really contribute anything. Like, as cool as it would be for me to see Janna in a fighting game, she doesn't really fight, even in her lore. She's just like a spirit that comes when there's toxic, and she cleans the air. That's all she does. And she's hot. Like, that's
like she's gonna throw hands with you.
Yeah,
she's not.
She's
about that nature.
She's about nature and giving and all that. Like, it doesn't. Yeah. And that was another thing on his list as well. So I was like, outside of the big one, him forgetting Ari, which was already like a red flag. It was like his main thing was like all women, and I don't think this is gonna be Heroine Fighter League of Legends edition where it's just all female characters featuring Darius and Echo.
It's not KOF.
Yeah,
it's not KOF.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna do that. I know Riot knows how popular a lot of their female characters are, but they have very popular male characters too. So I don't think they're gonna do that. But
there go Garen.
Yeah, so they're definitely gonna have like unless everybody at Riot is just really horny, which that could very well be the case as well. So who knows?
Well, there is lawsuits against them. So
yeah, we all know. We all talk. But yeah, no, it's just like there's so many characters. Like, if you have this character in it, this character is gonna be in the game and stuff like that. So it's like, when I saw that, I'm just like, this is immediately gonna be fake. But yeah, rival dynamic is 100% gonna be a thing. There's no way they're gonna have like. I would actually be shocked if Garen doesn't make it into the game and Darius did, because I think Garen's actually more popular than Darius, and they do just about the same thing. In my opinion, anyway.
No, now you say it like that, I feel like now that's a guarantee for rivals, because like, yeah, you're right. There's a match for each one. It's like, if you don't have this one, then it's like that other character falls apart almost. But I don't.
Yeah, because it'd be kind of weird. Like, and then even with like the introduction of like Nox's characters.
If you get Miss Fortune, if Miss Fortune is in there, Pike is there. I mean, not Pike. What's his name?
Gangplank.
Gangplank. Yeah.
Yes.
Gangplank is there.
And Gangplank makes way more sense as a fighting game character than Miss Fortune. Not saying that Miss Fortune can't be a fighting game character, because Jinx is now a fighting game character. Yeah, but I am saying that like Gangplank makes way more sense in a fighting game than Miss Fortune does in a fighting game. Considering that's all he does. I do barrel, I stab, I shoot, I pillage, I kill. Man's a savage. Hate me. Yeah. He's like I just do. Yeah, that's they kind of need each other to kind of exist lore wise in a way. Same thing with like when I was talking about earlier with like Kale and Morgana. There's no way they're gonna add like Morgana and then they don't add Kale. They are yin and yang. So it's. Another one could be like Swain and Aurelia.
And the other one, I don't think what is it? Alawi and Gangplank are a thing.
Yeah, Alawi. Yes, they are. Or there are a couple.
Yeah, like I forgot all about that because they mentioned that in the game, the RPG game. They go in depth about that.
Yeah, they dated because Gangplank's down with the snoo.
Hell yeah, them tentacles, dog. People, you get down with tentacles.
Gangplank's is some freaky shit.
Hell yeah, he is. Come on now. What do you think of the big buff woman with tentacles, bro? Come on now. You ain't swole? You ain't moist right now? Sheesh.
Nah.
You get high now if you override it. Jesus Christ.
But yeah, no. I think the rival mechanic or the dynamic of just having it in the game, it has to be a guarantee. That's why I'd be confused because every fighting game ever has it. Name me a fighting game that doesn't have it.
Then with that's how they release characters. Two characters, rival. They're right there.
The thing is, they haven't. There's so many characters in the league roster. They can afford to release people more. I mean, in what do you call it? In Wild Rift, they release characters in 5s. Granted, I don't think they're gonna release characters in 5s and fucking the fighting. Yeah, because bro, there's so many characters, and I think Wild Rift didn't launch with too many characters to begin with. I think it only launched with like 30 characters or some shit. So like every other patch, they just come out with new characters.
Yeesh.
So yeah,
God,
so with like a fighting game, and the fact that they have multiple groups working on individual characters at the same time, we're definitely gonna get characters more than once. Because like with Alawi, there's a group specifically designed to only work on Alawi. And then we also, by the way, they never brought this up and they haven't showed anything on it yet, but it was like in an old video. Katarina's in the game. They just haven't showed her off.
There's
actual gameplay of Katarina in the game. So
yeah, like that's a given. Like you can off of her like your gameplay alone, you can see what they're doing with her.
Yeah, she's gonna be very teleporty and rush down, mix up.
And I think like even still like how they are about that, how the rivals and stuff like that are. They already do that in League.
Yes,
so that's like a given that they like every new champ has a very specific dialogue for certain.
Bro, they do that in the fucking card game, Jordan.
That too?
Yes.
The fuck?
If I play Lucian and the enemy plays Thresh, they will start talking to each other.
Really?
Yes.
Now, is it dialogue or is it just like,
it is whole dialogue. Like,
wow.
It was like, how dare you killed Senna? It's like, yeah, you come join your wife. You want it's whole.
Wow.
Yes, it is. If they put that in a fucking card game, they are definitely putting it in a fighting game. Yes.
Oh my god.
That's why I said, name me a fighting game that doesn't have that. Like, you're never gonna see Street Fighter where it just has just Ryu and no Ken.
Not anymore. Yeah, not anymore.
Like, not yet. As far as like dialogue, yeah.
But it was very specific. It was very specific games. Like, of course, it was SNK.
I think it died in Street Fighter, but like Alpha Series happened. It just stopped.
Yeah.
Alpha Series had it a
was
lot.
The last.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alpha was like almost the last of it.
Yeah, and Street Fighter 4 didn't have it, and Street Fighter 5 didn't have it. Street Fighter 5 was
Street Fighter 6 is gonna have it because what's his name is not in there. So
yeah.
So they're gonna have all that cool dialogue that we've been wanting.
I sure hope so, because I'm definitely gonna be playing. I'm investing in a hitbox for Street Fighter, or investing in a hitbox for fighting games in the future. So I hope so.
Oof. Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting a snack box. Now I'm investing in a snack. What is it? The snack box, junk box. It's like a little small hitbox, so it's not like a really big one. It's like a small one that I could put. It has like a keyboard switches in it. Pretty cool. Definitely want it. Hopefully, if I come into some money soon, I can get it. But right now, nah, I gotta wait. But with that being said, any ending segments on this? Anything you have to say before this? Before we go into the next.
I want this game to come out fucking later. Not later. I don't want to hear a fucking thing else about this game. That's it. I'm already hyped about it, like talking about it finally, but like right now, I'm done. Just give me I want them to be like, it's announced right now. Go play it. Like.
Yeah, I second that. But I'm kind of a fiend, so like I don't want to hear about it, but I want to fucking hear about it because I want to. I just want to know how far along they are.
The tag stuff from when they initially showed the two tag, like the tag mechanic, I was like, all right, I'm done. There's no more. There's nothing that you can do, and like there's nothing that you can do bad. Like this game cannot, like the way how it's been set up already, then who's backing them, then how they are with their own games. There's no way they can fail. They can't fail at this point.
Yeah, or at least it gets to the point where they're too big to fail. I think every game they drop has been like a huge hit. Big
God. Yep. I thought Valorant was gonna fail.
Nope. One of the biggest shooting games out. Strong. Yep. Only one that didn't like tower over its competition was the card game because Hearthstone's still really big and so is Yu-Gi-Oh. So that was a hard one to kind of like go in and dominate.
Ironically, since you said that, they just dropped Aatrox and like a bunch of new people like 20 minutes ago.
I saw.
Okay, cool. So there you go.
Yeah.
I thought that was dead too, but apparently they're still going.
Yeah, I saw. But yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I just want the game to hurry up, but I'm fiending for the next thing. But
like I'm patient, you know. But like, if you give me more information, I'm gonna get more impatient. I can't. I'm done.
Yeah.
Give me that shit when it drops. Give me like.
I just love seeing the shit in motion. That's all.
Oh yeah, it does. It looks. Speaking of that, real quick, I don't like how they did the graphics. I'm
I
upset.
I like it.
It don't look like. It don't look like when they showed the tag mechanic on how the graphics look. It looked clean to me. Like it had the whole comic book feel. Now it looks. It
It's more
looks.
cell shaded.
Yeah, like.
I mean,
Hmm,
it could be the build. Who
hmm.
knows? I mean, I
It
like
could be
cell
the build.
shaded.
It could be the build.
I'm a sucker for shell shading. That's why I always end up playing Borderlands, despite how much I end up hating it afterwards.
Oh yeah, or Mad World.
Yeah, Mad World was Mad World, but I didn't hate Mad World though. Mad World was just. I wish it had color. I wish it had color other than white
Yeah,
and
like
red.
Anarchy Reigns. Anarchy Reigns had color, but they didn't do the cell shading anymore. That's what sucked.
Yeah.
But yeah, cool.
All right.
Video games.
All right. Next segment. This is gonna be a pretty short one, depending on how much of a tangent we go. Game Awards.
I want for them to announce Metal Gear remake. I'm tired. I'm tired and bored
I don't think it's gonna happen.
because it's not. And it pisses me off because I think last Game Awards it had everything. Had a Final Fantasy game, had a fucking it had like not a silent like it. What was missing was a Silent Hill and a Metal Gear, but it had everything else. Had Ratchet and Clank was coming back, fucking God of War was coming. Like they had all that shit, and it felt like this was like the core of what PlayStation was. Where's Metal Gear? Where's Metal Gear or fucking Silent Hill? We got Silent Hill too, but that shit looks so bad, dude.
Didn't
Doesn't
they just
look
show
good.
off some Silent Hill stuff like a couple of months ago?
Yeah, but if you look, yes, if you look at the promotional art,
Yeah, it looks gross.
you can exactly. You can tell. You can tell. You can tell what's going on. Like if I showed you an image of it, you can tell who's living or dying off of that image.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Like I want Metal Gear.
Is
That's
that
it.
is
I
that
want
like your
Metal
biggest
Gear.
hope? Was there anything else as far as like
Yeah, like a Final Fantasy is already kicking ass. I don't give a fuck
yeah,
anymore. Like,
yeah. Final Fantasy's doing? I'm not expecting to see Final Fantasy, but if I see it, cool, more Final Fantasy.
yeah, cool, exactly. Like, but like, it ain't like, oh my god, wow, left field. No, 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 no. I
Like
want
if
like
they
my left
showed
field
like
is
7 or 16, I doubt they're gonna show 7 because they're still promoting 16.
yeah.
But if
They're
they show
promoting
anything,
fucking
it's like
Crisis Core.
yeah. So and Square Enix is never one to overlap advertising.
Yeah,
Uh,
which is good.
yeah.
So
Which
one thing is not
know
gonna
what it
fill over
sucks
the
for
other.
though? What's that one game that everybody forgot about? That's also made by Square Enix.
13.
No, it's a new game. It's with that the magical girl.
Oh, you mean a Valkyrie Profile
Is that what it's called?
or Star Ocean?
No, I know you know.
Or hold on,
The
hold
lady
on.
is the main
I
character.
gotta-
It's the black girl or whatever.
Oh, fucking Forspoken.
Yes, that game. Everybody
It
forgot
looks
about
so
that.
sick.
Yeah,
It looks so cool though, but it's
I feel
oh
like if
man.
the game's not even out yet, and I feel like they abandoned it.
No, they pushed it back because of the build that they showed was as if it was like 15 with the boys with the boy band.
Mm-hmm.
Like they pushed it back because if they released it, it would have just been like that on release, where it was just like the frame rate was a fucking mess, everything's falling apart, and then within that game, there like in Forspoken, there's so much going on with the combat, like there's so much fucking effects, like she's doing Avatar shit like nonstop. So if the frame rate ain't good, bro, like that game would die on launch if the frame rate ain't good. So they pushed the shit back because of how intensive all that shit is.
I just felt like
Because
it was because from
it
at least
looks
what I see,
dope.
yeah, it looked dope, but I feel like it just kind of got like slowly pushed against the wall and then tripped. It just was like, yeah, we're gonna talk about 16. Fuck this game.
yeah, you ain't wrong either, dude. Like
I'm
the
just like,
promotional
damn, bro.
material right now
What
is
happened?
reunion is Crisis Core, Final Fantasy 16, and Forspoken if they
And
want
these
to.
are all games that also come out next year. And I think
Yeah.
Forspoken comes out early next year, if I'm not
I
mistaken.
have to look it up. I have to look that up because I forgot all about Forspoken until you said something about it.
Right?
Forspoken release date. Let's see when this comes out. January 20th. It comes out next month.
Yep, it's early next year. I was right.
And oh wow,
It's
oh,
gotten
sheesh.
0 props.
Oof.
That game is a failure waiting to happen. That is tragic.
Which is fucked up because when they showed 16 gameplay, everybody was like, "Whoa!" Everybody was like, "Whoa! I want that game right now." Forspoken, I didn't hear anybody going, "Wow, I want to play that game right now."
Yeah, nah.
Like, when does this come out? And they don't even know. It's not even coming out. There's no release.
They didn't even give it.
It's just summer.
It just comes out summer, and that's not even a solidified thing because it might
That's
still
not
get
even
pushed back. That's crazy.
And I'm getting more advertisements for 16 and Crisis Core Reunion than Forspoken. Yeah. That comes out literally next month.
That's sad, ain't it?
Sheesh.
that's sad, ain't it?
Well, you know, it might look good. We might get a Forspoken thing tomorrow.
Bro, that game's gonna come out and do terrible, and it's only because no one knows about it because it's getting such shit advertising. That's actually
like Need for Speed. Like Need for Speed came out. The new one. Did you know?
I didn't.
Did you hear about this?
I didn't.
The new Need for Speed came out like I think two days ago.
I saw like an ad like a while back with like ASAP Rocky.
Yeah,
and
well,
that
ASAP,
was it.
yeah.
Yeah, and that was it.
Then look, and it came out like fucking 2 days ago.
Every time that happens, that's like an indicator that the game probably didn't do good. Like if a game launches and I still see like no advertising, or I don't see any more advertising for it, that gives me a good indicator that the game probably flopped. Or that usually is the case. The game
they
probably
had
flopped.
No faith in it.
Yeah, no faith.
They had no faith in it.
And look at Callisto Protocol. That game was advertised out the ass. It came out.
Oh my god!
Where's it at? Where's it at? Ain't nowhere. In the dirt somewhere, crying.
Ready, dude. You gave up your pre-order, like you're immediately. Like,
dude, I played that game for 30 minutes and refunded it. It wasn't fun. Like it's like people were like forcing themselves to play it, and it's like, and it damn sure wasn't my PC and was making it crash. Cause like, bro, I ran it at like the lowest of the low settings, and it would just crash, or I get killed by imaginary fucking pixel
Zombies.
imaginary zombie, and fucking the zombie would swipe me or whatever the fuck the things are called, and I dodge, and then I'd fucking fist of the North Star my shit. You're already dead. And I'd fucking and my fucking arm would just fly off and I'd die. And I'm like, what the shit? Like I'm like, oh nah, I ain't fucking with this game. You give me my $60 back. I'll take my tokens elsewhere, sir.
Get Midnight Sun. There you go. You'll enjoy it way more.
I probably will.
You'll enjoy Midnight Sun,
it's just XCOM meets Persona, which I fuck with both those games. So that's fine.
And it's like alright, to go off that real quick. I love it because it's that. Like you want to be around. Like there's dialogue. Like Tony and Doctor Strange are just chatting about bullshit. It's amazing. Mm-hmm. Magic and this chick and Robbie Reyes, the Ghost Rider, they're just talking about random bullshit. Just having them interact with all each other is fucking that it makes that game already. The fucking gameplay, no. I'm here for like the character relationships with each other more than the fucking gameplay. And the gameplay is fucking amazing.
Crazy enough is that I like Ghost Rider, but I don't really care for the Robbie Reyes one. Is that weird? I mean he is cool, but I like the other one. I like the other ones better.
Like his whole, do you know about his whole backstory?
Did like his brother die or some shit like that?
His uncle, I think it was okay. From what I remember is that his uncle was a murderer. And somehow he got into Robbie's soul, so there's two conflicting people within him. Oh, so that's okay. Like his soul is in him. Yeah.
He's the Ghost Rider with two souls.
He has a murderous uncle who's about that life.
He basically like Naruto, but instead of having a fox, he's got a murderous uncle, and he's got to tame. Exactly. He's got to tame it. Okay, I heard about that. I didn't know if that was.
Gotta get that Mustang in there. You know that hot 4 GT up in there. So cement it further.
Johnny Blaze will always be my Ghost Rider. But I mean, his design is Robbie Reyes' design is cool as shit.
Oh my god!
I just don't really like him as a Ghost Rider. Like that. Yeah. Trust me, he's cool. Trust me. Don't get me wrong. He's cool. You're talking to someone whose favorite Marvel character might very well be Ghost Rider. All right. I just don't think. He doesn't really center with me.
That's fine.
I like OG Ghost Rider better than I like new Ghost Rider. But yes, he is cool. He's got kunai with chain. He's got the Hellcat, ironically, and he's going to hell. Shit like that. It's cool. It's awesome. I fucked with the motorcycle. I'm sorry. I like the Harley. I like the Harley Davidson.
Which sucks because I wish like going back to Game Awards, I wish there was more of a variety like that. Like I'm looking at it now, remember Forbidden West? Remember Horizon?
Yeah, that game got shunned, but we're not talking about
Why
awards
is
though.
that? Why is it there?
Why is it there? Oh, it's just to like, remind you. That's why.
I didn't even know. I forgot. And so I saw this. I was like, "That's right. I do have that game."
First of all, the world
I,
forgot, and you know why the world forgot? Because Elden Ring.
Because Elden Ring. That's right. Because
Yeah,
Elden Ring
Elden
took over a
Ring.
month of my life. You're right.
Elden
You're right.
Ring diarrheaed on that game. Only person I know who
Hard.
played
That's
it.
right. Because it was.
It came out like this around the same time, which was so bad.
Yeah. It came out 2 days before. Because I remember buying it. I played it for an hour or so. I played it for a good minute. Let's say, like maybe like 4 hours, and that was it.
Yeah, Elden Ring
Then
did to Horizon what Overwatch did to Battleborn. Remember that game?
oh, Battleborn, I miss him.
Yeah, I wish it was good.
Roth,
Well, it
I
was
miss
good.
my
I just wish it was
Roth,
popular.
dude. Fuck.
What was crazy is that like they were giving you out beta keys to Overwatch when you got Battleborn. That's the ultimate disrespect.
Because I remember getting that, I was like, "What the? Why would I fucking want to play Overwatch?" I played Overwatch. I played it the whole day.
I remember that shit too.
I played Battlefield for an hour. I was like, "The fuck's going on?"
I remember you telling me, you're like, "Hey, Marcus, I know how you like shotguns. Hey, play Reaper." He's cool. I don't want to play this fucking. I'm like, "Wee, this motherfucker's fun." I'm just running around and shooting. It was the coolest shit. I was like, "Oh, he reloads. He just throws his gun and fucking manifests."
Just throws his guns. Who does that? Like, bro,
It was crazy,
bro.
you know.
No one in fucking Battleborn did that.
No, I was like, bro, do you throw your guns and pick them up again? Nah, just jokey jokes.
That's what you got. That's what you got. Jokes. By the way, they got porn. Jokes. That's what the fuck.
I think it got said after a while. I'm like, you can tell this is made by the same people who made fucking
Borderlands.
Yeah, Borderlands. It's like, God damn, not everybody has to be jokes. And they got the voice of Vegeta.
Your guns make jokes.
That's gonna be that one game. What's that one game?
Fucking the Brick and Morty game?
Yeah, that game. I don't remember the name of it, but I'm calling it now. I think it's gonna be terrible. It's gonna have like a weird niche following, just like Rick and Morty at first. But unlike Rick and Morty,
it's probably gonna be at the fucking Game Awards.
Yep, it's probably gonna present an award, being so fucking meta.
Oh.
If I could have it on the green screen or whatever. Oh yeah, game with the best actor.
For Saskatchewan sauce.
Stab.
The Pickle Rick.
Yeah, it's gonna be some shit like that. I already know. But one game if I had the one game that I'm actually
curious, because I'm like, Resident Evil 4 is already coming out, so what the fuck?
Nah, you're not gonna see this one coming.
Dead Space. Oh, what? Fucking Final Fantasy X?
No. I want you to guess one. Well, was that your guess?
That would have been my guess. Yes.
Prince of Persia.
To be honest.
People forgot about that game too, but Prince of Persia remake. Growing up, I really love Prince of Persia. I know it didn't get canceled yet, but it did get pushed back. I want to see how untrashed that game looks. Because when I first saw it, shit looked like a PS2 game. I almost cried. I need to see.
So you saw? Oh, that's right.
I saw it. Yes, yeah. I saw it.
Okay, you did. Okay, you know they're based out of India, right?
Oh,
you know that the company. So yeah, that's what. So when that trailer dropped, nothing against like India or anything like that, but like the people like who asked for the license, they're like an Indian-based company. They're struggling. They're struggling to keep that shit afloat, dude.
Yeah, it's one thing to outsource your game, because outsourced games usually are super hit or miss. But if you outsource your game, your franchise, to a dying studio,
Resident Evil 3, fucking what else can I make up? Cyber Connect 2, where they was trying to figure out Final Fantasy 7 remake, like they got that taken back.
They got to take it back. Like, yeah, you know, we gonna just do that. I mean, Resident Evil
flopped.
Yeah,
Resident Evil 3 just flopped, and then thank God Resident Evil 4 got taken back.
They were outsourcing it again to them at first, and like, hey, you know, this is kind of too big of a game. We gonna do this shit ourselves, bro. Thank you, though. Appreciate it. You know? Yeah,
like
thank God.
Prince of Persia, I don't even. The only thing that Ubisoft is doing is fucking all the Assassin's Creed games. They got Mirage.
Man,
your Prince of Persia is now Assassin's Creed. That's it. You're never gonna.
I haven't played Assassin's Creed since like 3. I don't want to. I'm tired of fucking Assassin's Creed.
Yup. No, that's what you're about to. You're about to play Assassin's Creed, Prince of Persia. because
Like
not
I
only is
tried
the
what was it? Not Val. Was it
Valhalla.
No, which one was
You
the one where
mean
you
you
go to
mean
Sparta? Which one was that?
oh
Odyssey. I played Odyssey,
Odyssey.
and I was like, eh,
Oh,
it's
that's
all
when it
right.
was still good. That's when it was still good.
Yeah,
But
I
Valhalla
never
is
beat it
just,
though. I was just like, yeah,
and
it's
nor
all
did
right.
I. I
Yeah.
have all the DLCs and everything for it. I haven't even touched it yet because that's like 200 hours of my life
Yeah, there was so much shit to
that I can't
do.
guarantee.
When I was playing it,
Yes.
that's actually I got to the point where like you see all the assignment, I'm like, bro, this is a lot of shit. I don't want to sit here
Yeah.
and do that.
Yeah.
That's literally what I'm like. I'm not trying to do all this shit. I was like, I don't.
Yeah. That's when I noticed I had a problem because I would have to be like, I have to do that list before anything. I can't.
At least
Yeah,
The Witcher
I can't
tricked
do-
me into thinking I didn't have much to do, and then I realized,
Yeah.
why is the mission never
No,
ending?
oh,
I was like, why is it
No.
never ending? And I'm like, oh shit, there's more. I'm doing more than
You
one
see
thing.
those fucking, like, in The Witcher was the worst because they just showed so many fucking question marks.
Yeah, but after a while,
And
if
it
you,
broke my
just ignored
mind.
the map, like it made like because missions led to other missions and led to other missions.
Yeah.
Like at least went out of the way to trick you into thinking.
My problem, I looked at the map constantly.
Yeah.
You did. You rolled with the punches. You was like, cool, this led to this. I was like, I need to look at this fucking map and clear up these question marks. Because fuck, I can't do anything else.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is cool. This ain't that bad. It is what it is.
I wish, like, because, like, certain games like that are coming back slowly. Like, Soul Reaver is coming back slowly. Tomb Raider now is like owned by Crystal again. Like Hitman got revamped. Like I don't think how Ubisoft is about shit. I don't think they're gonna bring back fucking. I don't think they're gonna
Only
bring
other
back
game
Prince of
I'd probably
Persia.
want to see. Fuck, I just had it on the tip of my tongue and I forgot it. Besides Prince of Persia, it would have been fucking like a Street Fighter reveal. I want to see how Marissa plays.
Got that.
Nah, like a new character. Like see like a new character.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's guaranteed almost.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think they're just gonna show off Cammy because ass.
But Cammy, yeah, bro, no, like you seen them fucking designs.
Yeah, but they also
they're not
leaked.
even
They also
not even
leaked
trying to
their
capitalize
design,
on the
though.
Magda Stallions. You know what I mean? Like,
Bro, they leaked that everybody has a classic costume, and then in another leak they show Cammy doing her super, and she's in her classic costume.
oh,
So
capitalize on that Magda Stallion.
yeah, so yeah, I think it's safe to assume that they're gonna hit you with the nostalgia. They gave everybody classic costumes and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it'd probably be to show off new characters. I'm curious to see how Grappler is gonna be. I'm not really hyped for a new game per se. I mean, I guess if you count Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8, I mean, those are new games, but it's like especially something I don't know about.
Yeah.
Shit, I don't, there's not really anything I guess that's new that like out of the. I mean, I guess it's Dragon Dogma 2 maybe. I don't know.
That's but Capcom. What else is Capcom doing? They're doing the that dinosaur game. That
I think that game's
Dino Crisis, not Dino Crisis.
Yeah, I can't believe it's not Dino Crisis.
I can't believe it's not Dino Crisis.
There's that Exodia game. Was that is that the same thing?
Exodia game.
It was like it's supposed to come out. It might be the same game.
Oh, the thing that got pushed back.
Yeah.
Where that guy was holding the girl and he was in like a
space.
It's
supposed to be a horror game, but I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to even be. It's supposed to they said it's supposed to like a psychological horror game or some shit like that. I don't.
Yeah, that got pushed back.
Yeah.
I don't know when to win. And they just said I think they unlisted it.
They're hyping the fuck out of it though. So and I'm curious to see what it's going to be.
And not a fucking whatchamacallit, what is that one game we both liked? Onimusha, not Onimusha?
Yeah, Onimusha. Oh yeah, I don't think they're gonna make Onimusha, and that's like my favorite, one of my favorite franchises.
They're making an anime?
I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna watch it, but I want to see.
I'm gonna watch it too, but they're making an anime. That's why I'm like, there's certain things that might suggest that that might be.
Might come back. Yeah, I hope so. Capcom did say they didn't forget about their franchises. Maybe another Mega Man game.
They remade they did. They remade a Mega Man that hasn't got a new game yet. Onimusha, they made the original game. They made the first game for $20.
I wouldn't mind if they just straight up remade Onimusha and just gave us a new main character. Like just start over, because the only reason they didn't continue it because
because the guy got sued. Yeah, they sued.
They
them
sued the
for
guy.
rights.
They stole his likeness on apparently they didn't actually consult that guy about taking his likeness of his face. They actually just stole his face, and that was a whole thing as well.
Yeah. Then the reason why they changed his face in the game when the re-release that came out, like I think like 2 years ago,
they changed it in 1, 3, and he's in Dawn of Dreams because that monk guy is someone else.
He's a whole different character.
Yeah.
At that point.
So it's like, yeah.
Obviously, you know, so what do you think? God of War or Elden Ring?
It's hard
because
bro.
I'm looking at.
I haven't played God of War, but I know I'm gonna play a shit ton of it. But Elden Ring, I have over 200 hours.
Yeah, I have 150, and that was off of one playthrough.
Like I started my build over at least like 7 times and was just going around doing shit.
I was just putting points into things so I can build things. I even start all over.
I started all the way over, and I'm just like
everything.
I didn't like start the game over, but I started like I reset my build.
Yeah.
Like I was guts. I was guts from Berserk for like a good portion of the game, and I'm like, I want to do magic. Then I became fucking Goku and was doing Kamehameha waves, and I was like, this shit's not really fun. I'm just one shotting everything.
And that's a fun way of how to play that game too. It's like it was so versatile where you can either go my route where you can put points into anything and you get everything, or you just solely build on one type of thing where you can be your guts or your Goku.
I like being one. I ended up completing the game being a lightning paladin, where like I'd self heal, and when I heal, I'd like buff myself, and I did electricity, and then I used my little token, which was actually really, because I know everybody was using it. The cheese, they used like their little summon to summon themselves.
The mimic, bro, that mimic was busted. Oh my god,
my mimic was busted too, but not how you would think. My mimic was basically like Mercy from Overwatch, because all he would do is spam heal. I'm all right. I'm just gonna stand near you, and I'll just be doing the swings. He would also do like the little paladin thing to buff himself too from time to time, because the mimic just does shit. And I'm like, all right, cool. So you're just swing. He wasn't doing like anything one shot. It's just we wouldn't die because he just kept healing. And I'm like, all right, bet. Mimic time.
And like God of War, see, that's where it comes into now. It's the gameplay was so good in Elden Ring, because you can do anything. In God of War, the story's good. The gameplay is there, but
yeah, the gameplay is good too, though. But I just feel like
the only reason I'm playing is for the story. To be honest.
You're not really playing Elden Ring for the story. You're kind of playing it for everything else.
The story is there and it's good, but like you have to dig for that shit.
Yeah, that's what kind of that's what takes points away from it though. It's like, oh yeah, you gotta like read items. You gotta go on Vati's fucking YouTube to get like a whole synopsis about what the fuck's going on. Like you have to go outside meetings. So what you're telling me, his daughter died? Yes. That 4.5 hour quest she just did, yes. Yeah. That just means his daughter died.
Incest is wincest in this game. Cool. Wow. Everybody's having this one guy. You thought it was a girl. It's like he's actually a girl too. Like he's a guy and a girl. Yeah, and he switched. He changed his appearance to go do this thing. He changed his appearance, or then he changed into her to do appearance in this thing. It's like, whoa. It was the most convoluted bullshit that you gotta look into. Where God of War is just straightforward. Son boy.
But yeah, I mean, if I was to say who's gonna win, I think Elden Ring's gonna take it. I mean, does God of War deserve it? It's hard to say because both games are good. So
no, the only reason I say that it's gonna Elden Ring is gonna win is because not only was it so big, everyone in that company that works at FromSoft, everybody got a raise.
Oh, yeah, that game made so much money. It's currently still making money.
Yeah, you're telling me once the game was so big that everybody in my company got a raise? Get the fuck out of here.
People were saying that game might have single-handedly funded Tekken 8.
Yeah.
People were going around saying, that game might have single-handedly. If that game didn't do that good, we wouldn't have got a Tekken. We wouldn't have got a Tekken
8. Yeah. Like, there you go. Like, it not only fueled a whole nother franchise. Like
that game made a lot of money.
And it's like, what is the company that made this? Santa Monica? They only made God of War, right?
Yeah.
That was the only game within their catalog.
I think.
I've got to look it up. Santa Monica, because I'm like, I don't remember anything that they've done. Only God of War.
Yeah, they might have been a new acquired studio by Sony, and then they just made God of War. I don't know why. I thought they made like Last of Us. But I think Last of Us was made by something else.
No, Last of Us is made by fucking Naughty Dog. You know, I gotta make you feel
Oh
sad.
yeah, Naughty
The
Dog
fuck
suck a
out of
bunch.
here. God, that shit sucked, dude. Oh
Oh,
my goodness.
speaking
I
of
felt
Naughty Dog, if they do make a game,
what, Jack?
yes,
Nope.
Jack, not bad. Whatever
Nope.
that Frontier
Yo,
bullshit.
you're
No,
gonna get Jack, but now you're gonna feel bad about making your best friend into a furry.
we played Depressed Jack. Oh, I don't want that game.
You're playing depressed
I
Jack.
don't want
Yeah.
Depressed Jack.
Because not only that you playing depressed Jack is gonna be you're gonna feel something about your choices, even though they don't fucking matter.
You know, if there's any Jack I want to feel depressed with, it's probably BoJack. I don't want to feel depressed
Yeah,
with,
bro.
with Jack. With
And
Jack.
I'd rather, and he knew he fucked up. Like you know, he knew what the fuck he was doing, which is fucked up. And you felt bad about it that he knew he had to do those things. And Jack, you there's no choice.
It's just my fault, cuz. I'm sad.
It's just your fault, yeah. Oh no, I think that the only thing that they did was God of War. I'm looking at it.
Yeah, I think they were
right
just
now.
a studio. Oh, another one. This is my final one. Then I'm probably gonna wrap it unless you have more to say. The I guess big surprise if they do it, which they probably won't. They might save it for a Sony exclusive event, and that's if they do it. But Jeff Keighley usually pulls strings. Whatever Bungie is doing next.
Fucking Destiny 3.
No. It's Bungie might be making a Sony exclusive game.
Destiny 3.
No, so they already said Destiny's never gonna go exclusive.
Halo.
That Microsoft can keep Halo, and that's not Bungie anymore. God damn it! But apparently
that's right.
They're supposed to be working on some kind of like other shooter, so that's why I'm kind of wondering
like first person.
it might be first person. I would hope it would be like a third person, but they're supposed to be working on some kind of Bungie's working on some kind of like looter shooter based game, but it's gonna play like more like a Division apparently.
Oh my god, I don't want another one of those.
but I guess like zombies or some shit like that.
Oh, I don't want to play another one of that either. Fuck, man, none of that sounded good. Like,
I mean, I had fun with Division. I played it with Shanique.
That's what you telling me.
Probably. I mean, fingers crossed for Destiny. Better fingers crossed for Destiny 3. That's the only time I think I'll go back into Destiny.
Damn.
But yeah, no. I played Division. It wasn't that bad. I played it with Shanique, and I played Division 2. I think with Shanique as well. I think me and her. I think that was our game. I don't know if I ever played it with you or anybody else, but
you only played it with me and her at this point.
Yeah, it might have been you. I guess we played with a third person, but I don't know who the third person was. It might have been you, unless it was like Artie or Cody or something. Cause I think
No, I think it was only us because you only was able to play with 3 people.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Fuck.
But yeah, I don't mind. And also, there's actually another zombie survival
Mysterious.
game
Yeah,
coming out.
it's reconfirmed to plan to launch in 2025.
What game?
Their new game. It's only like that's their game that they're trying to launch is in 2025.
Bungie's game?
Yeah, it's their new IP, so that new IP might be the Sony exclusive one.
Yeah, so I mean, they said it's supposed to be a looter shooter, but they said
wait, hold up. All right. It's an Easter egg related to the new studio's IP hidden somewhere in the world of Destiny.
Yeah, well, I'm not doing that.
GG.
Apparently
GG.
the game's supposed to play...
Destiny. It's a new Destiny, dog.
It probably is. Yeah, it's a new Destiny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently the game's supposed to play like Escape from Tarkov. I never played that game, but apparently that game's...
Oh god, that's even worse. I don't want to play that.
Yeah, imagine Escape from Tarkov with zombies and customization.
I don't want to play that. I
don't know. I never played Escape. I don't think you're gonna get mad, but are you gonna have fun?
Hell yeah. No, because I have to go there. If someone I find all this loot, I have to make it back to the checkpoint to keep all the loot. If someone kills me within that time, I just wasted 30 minutes. That's what Escape from Tarkov is. You're wasting money. you have to match or get above the amount of money that you spent to just going into the place. If you don't
Shit.
if you don't match it or get above, you're losing out on money and time. Those games are not fun, dude. Those are the most realistic shit, and those people will camp. They will camp in a corner all game.
Bro, that's every game with a gun.
No, it's worse
Have you
because
seen
not
Call of
only
Duty, bro?
that.
Now you got proximity chat, so you can be
Oh
saying
my
shit.
god, yeah, I
They'd
heard.
be like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm up to the left, and then bye. Yeah, I was to the right, bitch.
I think it's worse because you wasted not only hours, you wasted money, in-game money that you saved up. You got this ball and weapon. Now it's gone forever. Najami two hands in the corner just got your whole shit.
Well,
It's bad. Yeah, that's why I'm like, right now they better say something dope because it's already in Destiny world. So you like,
that's it. I don't feel like
just,
I know somebody probably looked at it. I'll just go watch. I'll Google or YouTube. Hey, Destiny. I do IP Easter egg. Hey,
yeah, because
somebody's already found. I know somebody already found. I don't care.
yeah, someone already saw it. Yeah, pretty sure. But like, that's what you get.
I mean, I'm not mad at Destiny 3 because that means it's a solid reset.
I'll take a new Destiny 3, I guess.
You ain't trying to have
burn.
Tarkov with zombies?
Fuck no, I'm not. I don't like Tarkov as it is. I'll watch other people play it.
I never seen anybody play it. I gotta watch somebody play it now.
Some don't play it anymore, but Destiny
probably a good reason. Probably for a good reason he don't play that shit.
Yeah, he's back on GTA RP. So
yeah, I'm not dealing with that. But yeah, one more. I guess before we wrap this up, I guess we're approaching we're past the 2 hour mark.
Sheesh.
Yeah, we've been time flies when you're talking about shit, right? This is gonna be fun editing. I tell you that. This is probably gonna go out after the Game Awards, and then we'll probably talk more about the result of the Game Awards and shit we've seen.
Yeah.
After.
Because I'm like, isn't that tomorrow technically?
It is. It is tomorrow.
It is tomorrow. Cool. I have it off. Cool.
So
there we go.
We'll watch the Game Awards and then record.
Talk so much shit about it.
Yeah.
Right after.
Right after. Hey, what did you think? Hypes in that, but before we wrap, I and this completely slipped my mind, and this is probably one of my favorite games of all time. One of them, not like the favorite game of all time, but at least this is my childhood next to like RE4 and Okami. Fable. I forgot all about this game, and
I forgot about that. That was even a thing.
I know.
Holy shit!
They're working on that game too. So
Are they?
My penis would shoot right off my body, Jordan. If I come up and see a pixie get fucking put in a yoke hold and slammed, and it's a Fable remake.
But okay.
I wouldn't care who won the Game Awards at that point.
But what happens if it turns out like Halo?
Don't say that. don't.
Like, come on now.
Don't put that energy out there, bro. We were doing cool, bro. We were talking for like 2 hours,
what you
and then you just put this bad juju out there, bro. I don't even know.
Come on.
This is gonna be the first and final episode of the podcast, bro. I don't
My dude, the gods have spoken.
No,
Halo shit now.
Well, that's Halo. First of all, it's Bungie is what made Halo good. 343, I don't think had a track record, and then they just hey, this is your problem now, and then 343 ran it into the dirt and then spit on it. That's on 343.
Who's making Fable?
I think it's the same studio that made it originally. I don't think a new studio is picking it up. At least I don't think.
New Fable.
If Fable's such a beloved franchise, I don't think they're just gonna run it into the ground, bro. They wouldn't.
I don't know. They already ran fucking Halo into a fucking ground.
Well, that's Halo. Only people I know who play that is Shanique. All right, and she's delusional. She loves playing. She loves torturing herself with that game. Just like I like torturing myself playing Overwatch. I talk about how much I hate Overwatch, yet I still play that shit. Because my goodness.
Hold on, I'm really trying to look because I'm curious because I don't even think they announced.
I don't think they said what studios even working on it, so it might.
Oh yeah, no, it just says fucking Xbox. That's
because when they showed it, it was just a CG trailer. We didn't even know it was Fable to the end of the trailer.
That was years ago, dude. That was years ago.
That's what I'm saying. If they show Fable, that's my bingo card. They show Fable, Dragon's Dogma, Prince of Persia, that Exodus game, which I doubt it. If they just show something on it, even though I know it's coming out next year, I feel like that's more of a reason to hype it up because Capcom likes to have multiple projects going at once. If they show off that, those three, and I guess for just not reveals, but not game reveals, but like I guess content reveals. If they show King and Tekken, because they're showing off Tekken stuff, they show King or Armored King in Tekken, or if they show Marissa or any grappler in Street Fighter 6, because we know that's going to be there as well because they confirmed it.
Oh yeah, the Muay Thai lady, that's right, who's supposed to be the new Abel.
Yes. I will be a happy camper. Those are like my 5 big things. Other than that, both between game of the year, honestly, both games are good, but I mean, I'm sure they're going to be like, oh, but this game's the game of the year. To be honest, both those games are, in my eyes, game of the year. They're both good in their own right. It's just a reward based on
Your
popularity.
preference.
Yeah. The game's decided on a vote.
Time.
Yeah. Pretty much. So
because I'm like I heard people complaining about like the length of the time for God of War, but I'm like it's still good.
Yeah, they said the game ran on too long. I would have to see once I get it. They said the game went on a little too long, but I'm like, I mean,
a lot of that is good. Like even like play those side quests when they pop up. Like I think that's the only game where I felt that like anytime they announced a side quest, you go do that shit right then and there.
Yeah, I can't talk about length and time when motherfucker like me has 200 hours in Elden Ring, and most of that probably is me just wandering the fuck around.
Like for me, like they stated that the game is only 60 hours. I beat it, like 100%ed all trophies. It was literally 60 hours.
Oh, so that's pure completion. Yeah, that's
on the dot.
So if you just
without completion,
play straight story, you probably
it's 24.
Yeah, so you beat it in a day.
But like even still, like within like all that lore within that world, like you want to hear everything, you want to do everything, especially when the time frame where they say, "Yo, you want to go do a side quest? You should go do that fucking side quest," because that side quest will lead into some other shit that will lead into something else. Then you go do the story. Then hey, that thing that I did in the side quest, it's now in the story. Like it's like the game's good. The game is good. It's worth it to do everything in that fucking game. That's why it's like the time. The only reason I can see like God of War winning is because it's 60 hours. In Elden Ring, you can get nowhere in 50 hours.
Yeah, I don't know.
And the preference, and like people don't want to get good.
And that's the issue with that. Like people were talking about that game is just it's too hard. No, it's not.
Get good. Shut up.
People who say that game's too hard never had to do trial and error before, which is crazy.
Exactly. That's what that game is.
Yeah, the game is literally trial and error. The game, like. But yeah, I can't wait to see who wins. And both games are great in their own right. But I mean, they're just both great games in general. I can't say in their own right. God of War is just the character development for one character like Kratos is kind of amazing.
Oh, God.
And then Elden Ring is just you get lost in the game.
Yep.
And that
literally.
I think figuratively and literally, which I feel like that's a sign of a great game where you can just play it, and then 5 hours go by and you're still in the beginning area.
What happened?
Yeah, what happened?
Yeah.
You're somehow still in the beginning.
A month go by. You're like, what happened? What did I do within this month? Here, open up that map. Look at all that bullshit that you uncovered.
Yeah, that was actually.
I think that's why
really amazing.
Like that's why I'm like, it really was. That's why I'm like, that's the reason why they pushed that Zelda game back. Because
they didn't want to compete. They didn't want to end up like Horizon.
Oh God, yeah. Because I'm like, if a Zelda game can do what Elden Ring did about like the exploration and all that bullshit, best Zelda game ever.
I wouldn't be surprised because Zelda pretty much carbon copied The Witcher and did it, so I wouldn't be surprised.
But fucking did it poorly.
Yeah.
The Witcher is fucking amazing. Like Witcher's it did it poorly. That's what like
The Witcher's a goddamn masterpiece.
Yeah, like 150 hours, bro. The best of every choice mattered in some form or facet.
Yeah, that's
like anything.
Zelda.
And yeah, exactly. And Zelda, they don't fucking go here.
Yeah,
listen.
Like I told people in college, I was like, people would get upset. I was like, yeah, they're like, you played Zelda? I was like, I was like, no, I didn't play Witcher for kids. I didn't play that game.
No, exactly.
It was just Witcher for kids. I'm sorry, but it was.
And that's what and Breath of the Wild is Breath of the Wild for kids. And no, it's Elden Ring for kids, pretty much.
Yeah, the new one. Yeah,
Step up.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Step up.
Yeah, Elden Ring
like,
for
come
babies.
On. Yeah, like, oh man. Video games. Oh, they're good.
Video games.
Oh my goodness.
Well, all right.
Oh god.
This is the end of the podcast.
Yay! Very
Jordan,
excited.
do you have any ending statements or anything you want to plug in? That way I can just add it in post.
Shut up and get good. I don't my Twitter, I guess. I don't know. What is my Twitter? I guess I can do that.
I will just plug your Twitter handle, but if you say it, it'll be nice. That way I can have it match up.
Oh no, I'm going to. Yeah, no. I'm trying to pull up my Twitter now. Hold on. Fuck me. Damn. Ooh, the scandals. I can feel it already. The seventh Justice Flame on Twitter. I don't shit post. I just like a bunch of art. So if you feel about that art life, you're gonna get art and one or two very muscular women. That's it. That's mine, I guess.
And then you can find me on Twitter as well at Phase No Job, and also you can subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content like this, and also pretty much just play games and stuff like that as well. Nothing too crazy. But definitely gonna be keeping up. Yeah, all the games. But yeah, definitely gonna be keeping up with Project L. Definitely gonna have a lot of that posted in the future, and try to report back on weekly roundup in podcast form. I feel like this is a pretty good format. Hopefully these don't dwell off too long into the future. But who cares? This is the passion we feel for video games.
Yeah, people talking shit about games that we've played since we've been kids. So there's lots to say about everything and anything.
Well, this has been Game Chat episode 2. I'm your host, Mr. Mister, with my co-host.
What happened to 1?
Oh, fuck. I gotta cut this out. Oh, shit.
What? I'm like, we already there?
I'm already thinking about it. Technically, episode 2 we're going to record episode 2 tomorrow anyway. All right, well.
About to be epised 200. Let's go.
Blah, 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 blah. This is definitely going to get edited.
Blah, blah, blah.
All right. Well, this.
Cut that.
Yeah, cut it. Well, this has been Game Chat episode 1. I've been your host, Mr. Mister, and I've been joined with my co-host. Did I just call you Jordan?
Whatever at this point, yeah, until I get an establishment.
Mr. 305 Son Jr., Mr. Worldwide, Dale, Mr.
Guy that hasn't texted me once.
Oh dear. Well, I have my co-host Jordan here, and this has been Game Chat, and we'll see you in the next one. Laters.
Bye.